Hello and welcome to another episode of the Game and Garnish podcast.
Hello.
I'll be your host this time. I'm Jake, and I'm joined by the usual crew: Brad,
Hello.
Ben,
Hello.
and Joe.
Hello.
I've got a question for you before we start.
Oh.
So, I've been listening recently to the PlayStation Access podcast, another podcast,
nice.
I know,
Okay.
and they've just talked about I think it's like 5 years since the PS5 came out.
That's crazy.
Wow,
I
that's
saw the other
fast.
day it's been 5 years, yeah.
Yeah, crazy. But they basically did this thing on their podcast where they all picked 3 games that were like essential PS5 picks. Now, I don't want you guys to do that, but if you were to recommend a game for this generation, if somebody was like still on PS4 or Xbox One and they were coming to the new generation,
Or asked, why should I go to the new generation? Yeah.
what is the one game that you'd be like, you've got to get that one?
Really interesting.
Hmm.
Do you have something in mind to kick it off?
I would probably say for somebody who's behind the generation and just looking for like a really hard experience, nothing like really niche, I'd be like play Spider-Man 2 or Astrobot.
Yeah, fair.
Would
Is
be
that-
like my pick.
I think they're good because they really showcase what the current gen
Yes.
can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else got any ideas? Well, I think on mine,
Mine would be Red Dead 2, believe it or not.
which is on last gen.
Yeah, but the difference between the two gens is what I had when I moved to Series X. Now, that takes away loading screens. That takes away... It just looks it is such an upgrade.
Is
And
it
the
that
draw
much big of an
distance as well.
update?
It is, yeah, you can see it.
Okay.
And,
It's not one I'd thought.
It was a bit of a jaw drop when I'd made the step. So that would be mine.
Fair enough. It was jaw dropping on PS4, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mine's a similar vein, but mine would be with Cyberpunk 2077. It's a great benchmarker of a platform, I'd say.
Yeah.
Whether you're on PS5 or Series X or even upgrading your PC.
I think that's one similar to what Ben's just said, but I'd say from what I've seen anyway, and obviously what I've played, Cyberpunk is a much greater jump between the two generations because it basically didn't.
Because it runs.
Yeah.
Well, I actually played it on like 3 different. Well, like I got it on the original, and then I played it on the 0.5, which was the Xbox or Scorpio, the X, whatever it was called, the Xbox One X.
That takes me back. Yeah.
And then I got it on this as well, on this gen, and it did play differently all 3 times.
Okay. Oh, now it's just me to pick.
Just you.
I quite like your answers, to be honest, Jake. Maybe Astrobot would be a good one, or even Astro's Playground, to be honest, which was the game when it launched.
Yeah.
It was so easy to throw someone into, because of all the haptics as well. The haptics, it shows the load times, or maybe Ratchet and Clank.
Okay, yeah.
Or
That
Rift
one
Apart.
again, that one looks beautiful.
Showcases the load times too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I think my volume went a bit funny then, but I think it's fixed. So
Now we've sorted that.
now we've sorted that out, let's move on to what we're playing. So, Joe, hit us.
I've
What are you
been
playing?
dipping my fingers into a few different pies this time round.
Ooh.
The first one I'm going to go with is the shortest one to talk about. That's Minecraft.
Oh, wow.
I did mention it in the
Nice.
in the Discord, but one of my old uni mates messaged me saying, "I've not played this in a while. Have you got it downloaded?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, should we start a new world on survival? You know, you go through those phases where it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go play Minecraft for like 3 weeks and see how far we get, and then just never play it again.
Yeah.
We're in that phase right now.
Very nice. I've genuinely never played Minecraft.
Me neither.
Obviously, I know what it is. I know enough about it. But like my
It
friends,
definitely passed me by.
My friends played it when it was like £1. You know, when it first came out.
Oh
it
yeah,
was
just
like
in
£1, and then it was
JavaScript.
£2, and they were like and one of them made a massive world. Shout out to Andy. He made a massive world. Like I remember him showing me. I'm like, Jesus, this is ridiculous. I don't think they still play it, but he just completely passed me by. I was more of a Terraria boy.
Oh, see,
I
that's the one that
say
I've
boy
never
because I
played.
was a child at the time.
Yeah. But yeah, so I hadn't played it since 360, and it remembered my worlds, like because they're attached to my gamer tag.
that's
cool.
So
cool.
it imports them all over from the previous gen.
Mm.
And
That's good.
I didn't go on any of them because they were just like creative ones where I just used to build stuff like Colosseums and like the Death Star and like little, like basically making models of stuff in Minecraft, like to scale.
I remember you showing me like a transformer or something in there.
Oh
once.
yeah, I did. I made Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Nice.
And but yeah, this is the first time I've actually played it. It's like it's the game that it's supposed to be. Because I never really played with anyone on 360.
It's like playing Sims without cheats.
Yeah, I mean, why would you do that? Why would you not put Rosebud in and get infinite money? But yeah, so other than that, I've been playing a bit more Pokemon Platinum. I'm very near the end of the game, but I keep putting it down and it runs out of battery and then I got to charge it up and I'm like, I was in the mood to play it. Now I'm not. And then the other thing I've been playing is, I've just forgot the name of it. It was in my head. Bounty Star.
Oh, cool.
Which is it's a redneck cowboy mech game.
Oh, I've seen this and I thought of you.
Yes, I think I did post a trailer of it as well.
That might have been why. Yeah, that might have been why
and
I saw it.
It's a bit clunky, but it's really good. It's really fun.
What sort of game is it then?
So you basically just do levels with objectives, and when you've done the level, you go back to like a home base and grow your base. You like it's not quite a farm sim, but the stuff you do around your land helps you build your mech better, and you can buy parts for it and stuff, and download blueprints and add extra stuff to it.
What are you doing when you're in the mech?
You're doing bounty missions. You got to capture criminals and like fire chains at them to drag them behind you to haul your bounty in, take out bosses. You got
just a combat game, like a third
party, like you're behind the shoulder of the mech. You've got to do some stuff like heat management, ammo management, that kind of stuff. It's not super in depth, but it's enough to not just be go hit the enemy.
Yeah.
Because you got to balance your combat with how hot your mech's getting, but the weapons you get can affect that. So some of the stuff you buy gives you cooling power, some of it gives you heat power. So and then buffs go with both of those things. So if you had like jets that cool you down, like cryo jets, they can freeze an enemy in place if they're behind you. But if your mech gets too cold, you go slower because your joints are all freezing up and stuff. But equally, if your mech gets too hot, you can start swinging your melee weapon faster. But if you overheat, it takes a big chunk of health off you.
Yeah.
And some of the weapons are really creative. There's something called the bomb hammer, which is as cool as it sounds. You've got a massive, especially like the front of a JCB on a stick, and then it's got holes in it that when you hit an enemy, grenades go off.
Nice.
That generates a bunch of heat, but you'll need to hit them once with it.
Yeah.
But you can also use the recoil of it to move your mech around. So if you do like a left-handed sweep, it'll move you to the right and vice versa.
Okay, yeah.
That sounds really cool.
Is it quite a new
I'd recommend
game?
giving it a go. It takes a really like a breaking in period to get used to the combat because there's a lot of it basically saves your inputs as you're putting them in. So and then there's like input lag. So say if you hit melee attack 3 times, you'll do 3 attacks even if you wanted to stop after the second one.
Right.
So you can't button mash. You got to do everything really deliberately.
There's quite a lot of games that do that. It's I can't remember what they call it, but you can't cancel out of animations. You sort of have to commit to the animation. You can't
input buffering. That's what I meant to say, not input lag.
Yeah.
So the first sword you get in the game shows that really strongly, but other weapons you're all right with because you'll have to. There's only a 2-hit combo. And
that's what I always found with Monster Hunter. It's one of the reasons I didn't get on with it. You kind of have to commit to the button presses you've clicked because you can't
and you
dodge
can't
out of it. Yeah. And that's something I didn't like, but obviously you normally do like. So is it quite a new game or is it?
I think it is quite new. It came out this year, I think.
Oh, cool.
I think at the point I posted the trailer, it was only about a week old. So it's probably the newest game I've played this year.
It's not on Game Pass, is it?
No, it is.
Oh,
that's
you've been playing on Game Pass. Okay, cool.
But I bought it as well because I thought it was really good.
Cool.
It was I think it was only £15 when I bought it. Definitely worth the investment.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, glad.
But the story's really cool. You get you start off in this little western town, kind of like somewhere from Red Dead Redemption, but it's in the future. And this gang of ruffians come into town wanting to hold the whole place hostage so they can like have some of the citizens to work on their farm. You say no. Then they all turn around and go, okay, you fought us off. And then like the night comes down and loads of them are on the hill with like missile launchers. It's like super cinematic. And then they blow up the town and all your old like army colleagues, and then you escape the town at the end and be like, you feel dead guilty for not going back and saving him. And then that's why you end up on this farm, like away from everything. And like the whole,
you isolate yourself.
You isolate yourself, yeah. And then one of your old team who did survive, he's the sheriff of another town now, and he like wants your help as a bounty hunter.
Cool. What sort of art style is it?
I want to say it's quite like Road 96.
Oh, okay, which is another game you've been playing.
Yes, but we did talk about that already.
We did, but you finished it now, didn't you?
Yeah, I did finish it. I got
just
the
wanted
ending.
To get your thoughts on the ending.
That was a while back now. Jeez.
Just wanted your thoughts on the ending. That was all.
I liked the ending that I got. When describing it to you guys, you all said, "Oh, that's quite dark." That, but I think it's quite suitable. A lot of people died that I don't even know if you can save them.
It was quite a dark game.
Yeah,
like the underlying theme of it.
But I did topple the government, so we're all good.
Yeah,
and we got the new person reinstated.
Yeah,
it was goofy in parts, but it definitely had like serious undertones.
It definitely feels like it's 90s-esque the whole way through. Like even the level of technology they have, I think it's meant
set
to be.
96.
Is it? I thought it was just called Road 96 because it was the road.
No, it's set, I'm sure it's set in 1996 because I remember because it's my birthday.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
I remember thinking.
Well, that makes sense then.
I was born that year.
I thought it was just like an alternate version of the nations we have now.
No, I think it was June 1996 or something like that.
Oh, I thought it was the road like Joe.
It's both.
Yeah. Well,
but,
yeah. Fair enough.
But yeah,
cool.
The end of that was good. I'd highly recommend playing that game as well, but I think I've already gone through that.
Was that all on Joe? Or?
Yeah, those are my 3 pies that I've been having my fingers in.
Nice one. Delicious pies.
Yes.
I'm hungry now. Ben, why don't you tell us about your pies? I mean games that you've been playing.
Well, I've been having this really good pork pie lately, and it was...
I'm not a fan of pork pie.
What?
Yeah, I don't like the pastry. I don't like the jelly.
You see, I like the pastry. It's the jelly that puts me off.
You can definitely overdo jelly in a pork pie.
Well, yeah, but also...
It's like when it's inside and then they put it on the top.
The pastry is one of the best bits.
No, I mean, like, overdo it as in overcook.
Well, one of the best.
It always tastes burnt to me.
You're having the wrong pork.
You're having the wrong pie.
I've had all the same pork pies as you, Jimmy. We grew up in the same house.
Something slightly wrong with people that don't like pork pies.
Yeah. Steak pudding, though.
It's not a lot. It's been quite overtimey life at the minute. So there's been a lot of work happening. Still playing Dying Light.
Oh yeah,
you enjoying it still?
Still ticking it along in the background. Not putting as much time as I'd like into, but it is a Steam Deck lasts about an hour running it, so you know what I mean.
This is the original, isn't it?
Yeah, the original. Yeah.
Have you done any of these silly side quests yet, where you get like the fun equipment?
No, I haven't actually.
I definitely recommend like googling Dying Light Easter eggs because there's loads of really good ones. There's like a whole Mario level. You go down like a pipe, like probably go down a pipe. Then you play Mario in first person with some. It's weird, but it's good. Yeah, just Google it because you get loads of really cool blueprints as well.
All right, cool. So, yeah, will do. I've still been playing RV.
RV there, yeah.
Which it's more V than R now. Really, our vehicle. It's not recreation anymore. It's just a chassis, but it's still going. Still hilarious all the way through. Just stupid. It's great. I did blow him up. It was funny.
Oh, you can make
with all the dynamite. Yeah.
Is that why it's just an R, just a V, and not an R anymore?
Yes, it is. You see, we'd never. I'm going to say we're quite good at it because we've never had the point where we've lost a wheel or we've, it's always moved. It's always had all 4 wheels. It's always been pretty good. I chucked a can of oil in it and it didn't kill it, and there was 1 wheel left on it, and trying to drive it with 1 wheel was quite funny.
Yeah.
So lot more messing. We went through a cave where you had to physically hold flares to see what you were doing, so you kind of had to work together to do it. We did figure out you could put them on shelves in the RV, which kind of cast light around you, so that worked quite well.
What, like outside the RV?
No, if you put a shelf on a shelf in the RV, it kind of we haven't got any shell left on the RV. Like I said,
right,
more V than R.
Utilitarian vehicle.
Yeah, so
It was all part of the plan.
It was absolutely by design, and that helped quite a lot. I've been playing. My brain's gone dead. It was actually last night. Last night we got together and did my not annual, because I say annual, it's not annual. Every so often,
periodic.
Yes, my periodic game night with a couple of friends. Shout out Matt, Max, and Tavkak. We started Silent Hill 2, the original.
Oh,
nice.
And on my emulation station.
How was that?
I mean, it ran well. I was chuffed it ran well, more than anything, because I'd only recently built it.
Yeah, because PS2 emulators are quite hard to do, aren't they?
Yes.
PS1 Silent Hill 2?
Is it the version with fog?
Yes.
Because I know they remade it, didn't they, and got rid of the fog.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because the original 2 had fog for draw distance reasons.
Yes.
Obviously, it created a good atmosphere, and then when they remade it, like a few years later, they weren't limited by technology, so they took the fog out.
Oh, ruined the game.
Ruined it.
Yes, it was the version with fog, as intended. I have to say, it just doesn't grab you the same.
The remake.
But that's the intention.
Yeah.
But we wanted to see where it came from before we played that.
You mean doesn't grab you as much as the first game? Yeah.
Well, story's just not really there. It doesn't tell you much at all.
So when obviously I've only played the remake, and it took a good couple hours to get into it. Lucy loved it in the end, but for the first few hours, she was finding there was no really story drive.
Yeah,
I think until you really get into the village and you start actually going to the other world, then it
we haven't been dragged into the cagey hell yet. We've seen Pyramid Head, and his antics. Geez, they still looked really bad. It doesn't tell you why he's there. Why he's in Silent Hill. It's like, just something drawing me here. But why? Why have you come here?
Does it not show you the letter you get from your girlfriend, or was that added from
Marie?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no. He doesn't. I don't know. It's down to the bad voice acting of the time as well. Nobody seems to care about anything that's going on, because they're all like, "What was that noise?"
That sounds very Silent Hill, to be fair. Everyone's in a doldrum of despair.
True.
I can't put my finger on it quite, but
just a feeling.
It felt like we were just marching last night. You know what I mean?
It's not really hooking you in the modern day.
Yeah, I wasn't on it.
Yeah.
One did quite well, because at the very least, right from the beginning, you're chasing the little girl down the street, going, "Where are you going?" So you knew what the goal was.
It's interesting. I mean, I've never played either of them, and I know each one has the fans, but I think the fan favorite overall is usually 2, which is why they remade 2. But it's interesting you having a different.
We had a little discussion about that yesterday.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like most games have. They don't expect the first one to do well. It does well, and the second one explodes.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
Do you think the second one was probably a lot of people's first, which is why maybe they liked it more?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But so, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to stop. We're probably about halfway. We think we've fair plowed into it. And I mean, just
cool.
Really, I don't know what else to say about it. Sorry.
Silent. Yeah.
Have you played anything else?
Yeah. Racking my brain. No, a little bit of the backlog game, but no, not much.
Cool.
Not much else. Thanks.
No worries.
Obviously the factory. Obviously.
Oh, God, yeah, of course.
That's just a given now. We don't even have to mention that. We know.
I feel like my leg's missing if I don't play it.
If he says he's not played anything, we know what he's been playing.
Yes.
So I've finished 2 games.
Oh.
Whoa. In this economy?
I know.
Finishing games?
One of them I've not even talked about, and I've finished it. So I actually played and finished Ninja Gaiden 4.
Nice.
Wow.
So that was the other game.
Yeah.
The game you were playing during D&D that I could hear.
Only very briefly, Joe.
You were playing it for like 20 minutes.
I was stuck on a boss, and I was like, You were, I think, Jake, you were sorting out some stuff with Lewis when he was shout out to Lewis when he was buying him some bits. I thought, this is my chance. I'm gonna quickly play it. So I had it like 2 volume, like the lowest volume, and I got a private message from Joe.
That is bad.
Have you got the radio on? Or are you in a call or something?
I'm trying to show me this box.
just for the listeners' sake, I DM for a game that Brad and Joe are in.
Yeah.
Online.
It took me like 10 minutes. It wasn't even 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes.
I heard cutscene.
It was a very slow D&D session, to be fair. A shopping session.
Yes. So it took me 395 hours, apparently, according to my Roger Ally.
Sorry, what? Have you got the clock speed wrong?
I need to go back on something I said on the first episode. I got the Rogue Ally, and Ben asked if you can put it to sleep and pick games up. You can.
However,
no. You can. Every now and then, if there is an update, it will shut down. But for the most part, I've probably picked up and put down Ninja Gaiden, I don't know, 30, 40 times. And maybe once or twice it's kicked me out. So for the most part, I just put it into sleep mode. I usually put it on charge because it does, I believe it drains battery relatively quick in sleep mode. I've had mixed results. One time I did have it in sleep mode and it drained most of my battery. I think it thought it was on, or it might have switched itself on. But for the most part, I don't know, after putting it on sleep mode in the morning, picking it up on my breaks at work, it would only lose 5.
But sleep counts as game time then?
But I think sleep counts as game time. So when I finished the game, it tells you your save slot and it was 8 hours. 8 hours, 5 minutes, I think. But the time played on Xbox was 395 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I took my time.
Yeah, that 8 hours really dragged.
But it actually didn't, because it was genuinely fantastic. I actually really love that.
Did it address all the complaints you had with Ninja Gaiden 2?
Basically every single one. Like,
that's good.
The camera was great. I actually forgot there is a lock on, and I didn't realize till like the end of the game that
because you don't really need to use it.
No. But the camera just worked so much better. You can assassinate Ben, just for you.
You can assassinate Ben?
No, you can assassinate characters.
I'm looking behind me as we speak.
One of Ben's complaints about Ninja Gaiden 2 is you can't assassinate.
Yeah, you're not a ninja.
No, you don't do a lot of assassinating, I'm not going to lie, but you can. But it's just, the combat was just chef's kiss. Like,
are there loads of cool new weapons?
So there's not as many weapons as there was in Ninja Gaiden 2, but that's probably for the best, to be honest. There's
more polish.
There's 4 main weapons that you get for the main character. There is like a story thing, and you do get an extra weapon at the end. And when you do get to play as Ryu. Obviously, that's in the trailer, so everyone knows that. When you play as Ryu, you've only got one weapon.
The dragon sword.
Yeah. And you've got your nymphs, are they called? Nympos?
Your magic.
But for Yamuko, I think it's called. Yakumo, who's the main character you play as, proper edgelord, sick, love it. He's got 4 weapons. Takes a while to get them all, but you've got your dual blades, you've got your like a rapier, sort of like fencing type stabby sword.
It looked like there was a spear on one of the trailers.
You've got a staff, the bow staff.
Oh, that'd be what I saw.
And then you've got, it's called like Pandora's box or something like that. I don't really know.
They had that in Devil May Cry 4. It was amazing.
It's so bizarre. So your X attacks become ranged like shurikens. You've still got shurikens like you do in the first game, but they're like big glaives almost.
Oh, wow.
Your normal attack becomes those. Your Y attack is these big arms that come out your back and start slashing things up.
Sick.
And then you start throwing bombs and all that. It's just what you're just pulling stuff out of this box. And just
it does sound very much like the Devil May Cry one. That was a briefcase that turned into a missile platform.
Jesus.
And you can also hit people with it.
Fantastic.
It's genuinely nuts. Now, on top of that, you've also got your Blood Raven form. So you hold L trigger.
Oh, edgelord indeed.
Your weapon transforms. So your dual katanas become this massive black blood katana, which is this really, really sick attack where you hold it and press A, and it extends really long, and you jump on it like a pole.
Cool.
And then you've got 2 attacks, either X or Y, and they both do different things. One, with your X attack, you jump down doing like a big circular blood spin, and your Y attack, you like do a somersault and slam down. It's cool.
So is this all just, do you go into this mode
you just
for
hold
one
L
attack?
trigger?
Or is it like...
Oh, you can do combos in it as well.
Okay.
But you hold L trigger and you've got a gauge which fills up
Right. Okay.
So you can only use it sparingly. That'll
Are they similar to the
perfect
perfect technique attacks from Ninja Gaiden 2?
Say that again, sorry.
Are they similar to the perfect techniques that you hold down in Ninja Gaiden 2?
No, because you've still got those. Hold Y.
Oh, okay.
You've still got those to collect all your orbs.
Yeah,
it's basically like everything from Ninja Gaiden 2 is still in this. So like your jump swallow attack, we can do like up to 3 times, which is really cool. And your bomb attack, you jump in the air and Inzuna drop thing.
Oh, where you grab him and like slam him in. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can still do all that. And then you've got like, if you press forward, backwards, X, you'll do a different attack. And if you do like a circle with your joystick and press X, you'll do a different attack. So there's all these like different combos and like X, Y, Y.
Almost like a fighting game input.
Yeah,
setup.
And every weapon has its own sort of combos, which you do have to unlock with like the currency. So you do have, you spend a bit of time with them.
Yeah.
But that was the dual katanas where you get your blood sword. Your fencing sort of sword becomes like a big drill.
Oh, that'd be mine.
Nice.
I'd be picking that.
Yeah, it does a mega drill. I don't know. The bow staff becomes a massive like hammer with like a thrust, like smash and stuff.
That's really cool. Like Reinhardt's hammer.
Like Reinhardt's hammer. And then the box of stuff just becomes better versions of everything else.
It sounds cool. It sounds like the weapons are a bit more fleshed out.
Yeah. Well, there's more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You still got your obliterate attack, when you delimb someone.
Yeah.
So you've still got that, which again feels ace because there's a really satisfying noise it makes when someone gets a limb lopped off. That you just, it's like a proper squelch. So because can be.
In 2, you can't really tell.
No, in this one you can tell a bit easier. And then you've got, if you press both sticks in, you go into this like different mode where I think you just become a bit more powerful. But if you go in whilst you're in this special mode, like a berserk mode, and you hold your L trigger to go into your Blood Raven mode, and then hold X or Y, do like a charged attack, and you'll do like a slash, and the whole screen goes red. All the characters are like black, and there'll be like a big white line across where you've slashed them. Whoa, and it's like a proper anime, like, and then you can just go and kill all.
Then does he put his sword back in the sheath and he clicks it, and then the whole world blows up?
No. It's just really like, it's just. I want everyone to play it. It plays absolutely fantastically. Story wise, Dark Dragon, blah 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 blah.
No idea.
Characters.
They've never been heavy on the story.
Characters, there's edgelords, there's women with big breasts, there's everything you've come to expect from Ninja Gaiden. Gameplay. Absolutely.
Is Ryu still
Do you
wearing
think
a
you
really
would have
tight...
played
No,
this?
actually, Ryu's outfit is still tight, but he's got like butt plates on, so you can't see.
Oh, he's got armored butt.
Yeah, it's PVC butt.
Do you think you would have played this had you not played Ninja Gaiden 2?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Because I did really fancy playing this, but I don't think I would have realised how similar, yet in my opinion, improved. Like, it really does still feel like that game, like Ninja Gaiden 2, but just improved in my opinion anyway, in every way.
Sounds like you really enjoyed it.
I really did. Oh, there's parries as well.
Oh, cool.
And there's actually...
There were parries in the other one, but...
Well, it's different. So you've got perfect blocks.
Yeah.
And then you've got perfect parries where you attack at the same time they attack.
Yeah, you had that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you didn't have the blocks.
Yeah, you did.
Perfect blocks. Don't think you did. Not in the same way.
I think so. Not perfect blocks. You couldn't parry.
Because once you do it, you can then do an attack like afterwards. That's like a special attack.
Okay.
There's also perfect dodges where you can follow them up certain attacks, and it creates like a cool like.
Is it still as fast then? There's not like slow.
Lightning fast. It slows down when you do like a perfect dodge. It'll go in like slow motion as you dart around them, and you reposition a bit.
So you said before that it's 8 hours. That sounds quite short compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden games have a lot of replay value though, don't they?
Yeah,
like
so when you replay it, you can replay it as Ryu as well.
I would prefer a short game like that, to be honest. But it just I'm just thinking about in comparison, because I think 2 was at least 12 hours.
I think so, yeah.
I think if you know what you're doing and where you're going, you can have it down to 8 easy.
But there's also things in this that I didn't... So there's these purgatory worlds. So every level has a secret purgatory gate, that it's called, that you have to find. And that's like a challenge, like waves of enemies challenge sort of thing that you have to complete. And you can choose to go in with less health to like get more rewards. I only did like 5 of those, and there's 18, I think.
Oh, wow.
So did you ever choose to go in with less health?
When I first started, I thought, I've got the hang of this game. Yeah, I'm going to go. Nah, no. No.
You have to basically not get hit, don't
Yeah,
you?
it's hard.
How are the bosses as well?
So much better than the first one.
Good.
So much better than
No
the first
subway
one.
snake.
Yeah, no, they genuinely felt really good. They telegraphed how many extra health bars they had, so you knew.
Right, yeah.
The only one that really annoyed me was the last one, because it's kind of after a bit of a gauntlet of bosses and enemies. I didn't have a lot of money to buy health potions, because I will say the game, it's I think harder than the last ones, because I didn't have a problem with the last ones, but I was dying quite a lot to just the waves of enemies, and the bosses usually killed me a couple of times.
Right.
So you're more reliant on like potions, and there's like health potions, rejuvenation potions, attack potions, all that.
Mm-hmm.
So it almost feels a bit soulsy in that sense, but they don't replenish. So if you die, you'll get them all back, but if you use it, you have to buy more to go.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Does it do the thing where if you beat the boss, or if you lose to the boss, you just reload right at the door, or have you got to do your boss run again?
No, you just you got retry battle.
Yeah, that's
or
it. Retry, yeah.
You can, so you can. But I didn't have a lot of health potions. In fact, I think I had one, and that's like nothing going into this final boss. So I couldn't beat it. But it does do a good thing where if you die a few times, it's almost like it's rubbing it in.
He goes, would you like to lower the difficulty?
No, it says, you have received health potion.
Just one.
It's like, great. So I had to die so many times to get my health potions and my other type of potions and my resurrect potion back up.
Right, yeah.
So
you can farm them by dying?
Basically, yeah.
Wow.
But that meant my last mission, I got a D rank because I died.
That's actually where the 300 hours went. He just died to get potions over and over again.
But it's great at the end. It tells you what score you got for everything as well, so you can see me getting better.
Oh, cool!
Oh, that's good.
Not worse, because I would get worse the harder it got.
But they'll take into account that the later levels are harder.
Probably.
So it'll balance out, won't it?
Well, I definitely recommend. I'd say everyone give it a go. I don't know about Ben because you didn't like the last one, but I personally think it's fixed a lot of the issues you had.
Just pretend it's called Gaiden 4, not Ninja Gaiden 4, and you'll have a better time with it.
This one feels
that's a very different game.
Yeah.
This one feels a little bit more like a Devil May Cry. I felt like I could, express myself more through the combat.
Juggle.
And be fun, and do all that sort of stuff. So
that's cool.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was great. It played great on the ROG Ally. It was just a great experience to pick up, do a couple of gauntlets, put down.
Nice.
Did you try it on your Series S at all? No.
No,
wow.
I just played it on the ROG. So
nice one.
So yeah.
So what have you been playing, Jake?
Me, so I think the other game that you finished is the same game that I've just finished too. And that is Ghost of Yotei.
I also finished both of them today, by the way. I'm just going to throw that out there.
So
I finished
obviously it was a competition. Obviously it was a competition, guys. Yeah. So who won?
This guy.
Yeah.
I'm pointing at Jake.
I was going to say, Joe?
I beat it last night. Text Brad saying the hunt is over.
Yeah.
And then you text me back saying, oh, I'm on this mission, and it is literally the last mission. So we were like really naked.
I was pretty sure it was the last mission, so I didn't message Jake the day before saying like where I was up to because I didn't want to give any spoilers.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking I'm probably going to finish it before him, so I'll just tell him it's finished. But yeah, he beat me. So,
and I also got the platinum today, which there is a really hard boss that you can fight, a really hard duel.
I'm not even going to try it.
Up Mount Yotei, which is optional. You don't have to do it. That was soft.
Well, I alluded to you, Jake. There was one thing that really annoys me about this game.
Oh, go on.
And it's bosses.
Okay, why?
So the bosses are fine in the way they're framed, and the actual when you're fighting them. Other than the spears that are impossible to parry. The spears you can't parry. Okay.
I can parry the spears.
You can't perfect parry the spears.
I can.
Very often. Anyway.
I'm the ghost.
And I've even Googled it and people are saying the same thing. Saying the timing is
call
off
him John
spears.
Yotei. He can parry the spears.
What I don't like, and I genuinely think it is actually bad design. So the enemies have a health bar, but then they also have the stagger bar at the top. Yeah. So you can stagger them and get a few free hits in. But every single boss battle is set up so that there's 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in the fight where you'll clash swords at a certain health point.
Yep.
So I found it so many times. I was spending my spirit, I was spending my usable items to open them up and go absolutely ham and smack them up, but they would lose a bit of health and then they wouldn't lose any more health because the game is scripted so that you crash.
Oh.
Yes.
So there's quite a few times when I'd do a bit of damage and then I'd open them up because I'd break the stamina meter.
Yeah.
And then I would like throw kunai at them, go absolutely ham, press my triangle and circle to do like a spirit attack to knock them open even more.
Yeah.
Maybe even do my L1R1 super attack to get the sword out of the hand.
Yeah,
but I've done no damage because the game was scripted to not let me do any more damage.
See, I forgot that was even a thing.
It's like a phase change in Dark Souls.
It happened so many times because every single boss has especially the bigger bosses, 3 or 4 times. And I was just finding I was just getting more frustrated that I had to keep doing that.
Well, do you know how I beat this Yotei boss in the end?
Yeah.
I think he's called the Unrivaled.
Yeah.
I just, because I was using all the stuff. I was using the gun, I was using the kunai, I was using the smoke bombs. And then I was like, this isn't working. Because I'm like fretting about what to use. And I literally just went into it and went, all I'm going to do is parry and dodge. And that's what beat him.
Fair. Yeah. I always find
Back
that
to
was
basics.
difficult.
Yeah.
We both had different armor kits as well. So my armor kit meant I couldn't quote unquote normal parry. So if you don't parry perfectly, you'll do a normal parry. And it doesn't really open them up for an attack that much.
No, it doesn't. Unless you manage to parry all of the attacks.
Yeah.
They'll maybe like expose
Get
the
a
back.
bit staggered, yeah. But if you perfect parry, it opens them up to an actual attack. So my armor meant I could only perfect parry. I couldn't normal parry. But if I perfect parried, I followed it up with 3 attacks. And it also made the window for parrying like a bit bigger. Whereas you had a different armor. So I had to fight most fights trying to parry and dodge, which is why the spears.
Yes, I can definitely see it. That's probably why I had an easier time with the spears.
Yeah, because you could miss, whereas I couldn't.
Yeah.
If I didn't hit it at this weird timing that wasn't consistent, then I would get hit. But yeah, I was just finding that there were so many times when I'd be like, okay, this is my opportunity. You know, like in Dark Souls, when you throw everything at them to take a massive chunk of health off because you've opened them up.
You can't really do that.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't rewire my brain to
I wouldn't say like... I wouldn't say it's like Dark Souls in the fact that like the bosses are hard though.
No, but you die very quick. Oh, you
do. You can to be fair.
Is it like realistic slash damage where you go down in like 2 or 3 hits?
Almost like if they do like a flurry of attacks, it can kill you straight away. Yeah,
definitely. But you can get, if you have so much spirit left, you can get back up.
Yeah.
But it's cool. How did you find the end?
Other than that, yeah, I've really enjoyed the end. Obviously, we won't go into spoilers. I thought as a whole,
got a bit teary-eyed at the end. Not gonna lie.
As a whole, I thought the game was really good. I thought the story was really good. Probably predictable. You know, I wasn't surprised at much of it. There was some bits, a little bit, but but for the most part,
the Kitsune bit probably surprised me the most.
Kitsune surprised me, but then also there's bits with the spider that didn't quite go the way I expected them to go, which was interesting.
Yeah.
Is it magical ancient Japan, or is it like realistic?
No, it's purely historical.
So this one called the spider didn't have 8 legs?
No,
they have masks.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe it was like two people.
It's not like a real story, but it's like historically set.
It's hysterical.
It definitely leans on legends and myths, though.
Okay.
So it definitely goes into like mystical stuff, but it doesn't. Like Assassin's Creed to me is kind of like gone way overboard with that. Whereas this is kind of like, I'm going to quote unquote, is real.
Yeah.
It's realistic, quote unquote, but it does have like myths in it which can't really be explained.
I always
you know what I mean?
There's a few that's only really in the side stuff though, isn't it? So there was like some side bosses where you'd hunt them down, and there'll be a myth behind them that the armor, makes them, I don't know, invulnerable to something. And there's a whole story where they slayed an army, and they've got this armor. And so there'll be a story behind it. There'll be a myth. You'd find them, you'd kill them, you'd take the armor. I always saw them more as like the stories being embellishments.
It's like hyperbole. Yes. Like maybe the armor had a better forging than any other armor at the time.
So it wasn't like literal. I always took them as not literal. Now some of them it's harder to do that with, like the guy who's like a ghost almost and is in the fog. And
the spider lily.
The spider lily. Yeah. But you can suspend some disbelief because it's not part of the main story. If you just follow the main story, it is it's quote unquote realistic.
I had on my Heavenly Slash, which is like the special move for the katana.
Yeah.
I had a charm set that struck a foe It had like a moderate chance to strike a foe nearby with lightning.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
good. So
I don't think I ever found that. That's good.
I don't know where I found it, but that sort of thing is like outside of the realm of realistic, I suppose. But it's just there for cool's sake.
Yeah, rule of cool.
Yeah.
But I think I preferred this to the first one.
See, I don't. I still think this is really good. It's on the Game of the Year list for next episode.
Spoilers.
Somewhere. But I just really, as I said in the previous podcast, I just really like what the last one was going for. I think Ghost of Tsushima was like the perfect samurai. What would you call it? You're like a Red Dead Redemption's like a
Western.
The samurai era.
It's like cowboy fantasy, and this is the samurai fantasy.
Yeah.
Like Tsushima is the samurai
But
fantasy.
this isn't a samurai.
You're not a samurai. I would probably say it's more like a Ronin Wanderer.
Yes.
With the same
accurate
mechanics, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think going back to Tsushima would be hard because you've got all this new stuff in Yotei.
I do think,
but I do still prefer. Yeah, maybe.
There's a lot of,
but it's still very similar as well.
Yeah, like I was saying to you off pod, like
extremely similar, in fact.
If you hold right trigger, you've got your 4 face buttons for your different weapons, and then you can also press L1, I think, to get your big sword out. So it's quite easy to get your swords out. But then in that, you've also got your D-pad
for quick
fire weapons. Okay, so you hold right trigger, and you've got 9 buttons whilst you're holding right trigger to select different equipment.
10.
10 because you've also got your pistol,
yeah.
So then if you hold L trigger, that gets you throwable weapons, which is there's another 4 in your D-pad.
Well, ranged weapons.
Sorry, your range weapons.
Yeah.
So some bombs, some bow and arrows and stuff.
And then they all have
different ammunition types, which are on your face. So there's so much like holding one button, pressing some, and it did get a little bit too much. I think it might have benefited from you having to select a few things, maybe
I agree.
2 throwables, 2 range weapons, 2 melee weapons. And
kind of like Jedi Survivor.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like if in Jedi Survivor you could do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like if you could swap between everything.
Yeah.
In Jedi Survivor.
But there's even more than I think was in Jedi Survivor.
It works because it's very based on this rock, paper, scissors like they were on about.
It is.
Like, you'll get your dual katanas out to fight a spear. And I think one of the moves that you can unlock is like if you press triangle immediately, you'll do a quick attack as you change weapons.
Yeah, I didn't actually use that.
I did. It was really good, actually.
There was also something I found, especially with the later boss fight. So when an enemy attacks you, they'll either attack you with no glow, they'll attack you with blue, which is need to parry, they'll attack you with red, which is need to dodge, they'll attack you with yellow, which means you need to hit them with a heavy attack.
Yes.
And disarm them. If you don't, you'll get disarmed.
Yeah.
Last few bosses,
quick.
You could not. Yeah. I don't even think you could.
I just dodged.
Yeah, I think you had to dodge because you didn't have enough time because it wasn't just a heavy attack; it was a charged heavy you had to do.
So they'd usually be in a combo, and the last move in the combo would be like a yellow attack.
Yeah, and
to disarm you.
You couldn't possibly hit that. But the whole game prior to that sort of taught you to like attack into it instead of dodge it. So again, a bit
minor things,
yeah. But ultimately loved it.
Yeah, so good. I'm really looking forward to the co-op when that comes out next year.
Definitely.
It's going to be fun.
Is it going to be like free roam co-op or are they doing like set piece co-op?
It's like the first game.
Yeah, the Legends mode. So I think the first Legends mode had it was basically you could play like two people to do some missions.
Like co-op missions, weren't
like co-op missions.
But more mythical based.
That was definitely mythical based.
And you've got like different...
And then there was another one where it was kind of like a horde mode with 4 players working together. And I think there was even one where you fought another team, but you didn't fight head to head. It was 2 teams of 2, and you would basically get objectives. And if you did something quicker than the other team, they'd get more enemies attacking them and something like that.
Okay.
It's quite fun.
Yeah. I'll definitely give it a go when it comes out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we should probably move on to the news, and there is so much news. So, it's the news.
Let's get into it.
Right. So,
last episode there was like no news.
Yeah.
It all dropped before.
We're coming up to Christmas, and I was expecting all the news to slow down, and we'd have like a big game of the year thing at the end of the year. But there's been so much news, guys. I just want to quickly preface as well that we've only got 2 episodes left until the end of the year.
Mm.
This being one of them. And then our next episode is going to be a week late,
Yes.
but it's going to be the Game Awards and our top 10 games of the year.
Yeah.
Like we've
So
done
a biggie.
Oh yeah, like we've done the last 2 years.
3 hour special.
Like 3 hours, yeah. So hope you're looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I always
me
like
too.
that. But for now, let's do the news. Let's do the news. And
if we didn't do that, by the way, because we have to delay the next episode because of the Game Awards.
yes,
So if we didn't, then we'd be like 2 or 3 weeks out of the Game Awards. That would be coming out after Christmas, and it just wouldn't be good.
no,
So that's
definitely.
why we've chose to do it.
And unfortunately, we can't do a special segment this episode because there's so much news.
Yes.
So we'll start with the State of Play Japan from PlayStation. Now, this was quite a small.
Yeah.
This is quite a small thing. It was very, obviously I've said it's State of Play Japan, very Japanese based. I think it was like all Japanese devs basically.
I think so. And games that are like likely to be popular in Japan.
Yeah. And to be honest, it was just updates and DLC mainly.
Yeah. I didn't watch it. I looked it up sort of afterwards.
I had a quick watch over it. I was
I
skipping
do want
through
to
a
ask,
lot.
was Dench Attack mentioned?
No,
Oh,
it was not.
I'm so excited for that game.
I think one of the biggest was probably Elden Ring Night Rain DLC.
Yes, which comes out December 4th.
That's cool.
God damn it!
So-
Stop it.
Really soon.
There's
Well,
not
sorry.
a lot as there is, and you're taking a good one off me.
Yeah.
We'll let
The
Ben
game's
talk
coming
about
up,
that,
yeah. But I don't know how I felt about this. I haven't played Night Rain myself, so maybe I'm a bit out of the loop here, but it's paid DLC.
Really?
Bear in mind, it's not free.
$15.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
2 bosses, 2 night. What are they called? Night
Farers,
people. Farers,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
farers. There you go.
And everybody online seems really excited for this, and I immediately was thinking, wait, it's paid? I thought it was a live service game.
Well,
I haven't seen any backlash to it, but I'm immediately wanting to bring this backlash because I'm like, why is it paid?
It's not
However,
mega bucks
yeah.
though, is it?
yeah. To be fair, I think if you go back probably many episodes when we've discussed live services before, I think a few of us have talked about quote unquote the good old days when you'd buy a game multiplayer and there would be no skins and stuff. You just unlocked everything and then you pay for DLC for new maps,
Very true.
new stuff like that. So this is kind of harkening back to an older way, which people are probably dead happy to do.
True.
Like what Destiny did the first time.
Yeah,
They had
well,
the Fallen King expansion or whatever it was.
I treat Destiny differently because I treat that like an MMO with expansions, which is still pretty normal. But
you're thinking more like
of.
Gears of War releasing a map pack or
Call
Halo.
of Duty
Oh,
or Halo. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I see this more as. Now, I don't think the game has cosmetics like that you pay for. So maybe if it did, this would be free, but then I don't think people would have been happy with that. So I don't know.
And 15 quid is still relatively low
and we know
compared
it's
to a
going
lot
to
of
have good
DLCs.
content because it's from
Very
Valve,
true.
So yeah,
very true. So as I was saying before, it's mainly updates and DLC. So I'll just quickly rack off some. Dynasty Warriors is getting some DLC. 22nd of Jan.
Only just come out, hasn't it?
I know.
That game.
When's it coming out?
22nd of Jan.
Oh,
for Brad's birthday. Digimon Time Strangers is getting a DLC.
Nice.
There is a Monster Hunter update, which I'm sure you know about.
Yeah, I know all about that. We're getting Gog Mazios, the first Elder Dragon of this generation, but it's actually from Monster Hunter 4. It was the final boss of that game.
Oh, cool. Nice one. Sonic Racing Crossworld is getting more DLC. I think that's Pac-Man one.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And then some remakes and reimagined. So Dragon Quest 7 reimagined. We've already know about this. I think we've talked about it before.
Is this in the same style as that 2D HD remake?
No, it's like it's 3D, but still in that Akira Toriyama art style.
Yeah.
Do you remember us talking about it? It looks a bit uncanny.
Yeah.
But cool. I like it. February 5th, that got a release date.
Cool.
Fatal Frame 2 is getting a remake.
Mm-hmm.
March 12th.
Is that the ghost hunting game with a camera?
Okay.
Yeah. And then Octopath Traveler 0 is coming out December 4th. So
Is
That's
that a
probably a big
prequel?
one for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a prequel, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then one of the last things was that Marvel Token, the fighting game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're
The Doctor
adding,
Doom has gun game.
Yes. They're adding the X Mansion.
Cool.
That's one of the maps.
And I think there was a new beta announcement,
Yes.
was there?
And there's a closed beta happening soon, very soon.
Yeah.
So I believe, they showed a lot of Spider-Man and Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I think they're in the beta.
Yes, they're in the beta. I thought they'd already been announced, but I think it was kind of trying to say that.
Wait,
These
so
are new to the
they're
game.
releasing new maps even though the game's not out yet?
No, they're just basically showing you
Announcing.
one of the
Oh,
maps.
okay. All right. Okay,
Yeah,
I see.
I think it was probably just a spotlight on those characters because they're in the beta, because they were definitely
Yeah.
announced, because that's
I
why I
thought
was
so.
excited, because the Ghost Rider.
Because he loves Ghost Rider, the edgelord.
Ghost Rider so much.
Indeed. So that was the State of Play Japan. Pretty small one, but
Yeah.
some things in there.
But the tempered expectations beforehand, and it was good for a crowd of people. So
Yeah, definitely. So from one showcase to another, there's been an Xbox third-party showcase as well. This one was definitely a bit bigger. It definitely wasn't showcasing Xbox first-party stuff, though. Third-party only.
he didn't advertise it very well.
No, I didn't know it was happening until
Yeah,
it was
I
already
didn't know.
out.
Yeah, I did, but only I don't know if I'd seen even Xbox talk about it. I think I'd seen someone mention it, but
It's weird.
I learned from people that play PlayStation.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? You
You're
guys
probably
told me
seeing,
it happened.
scouting for what will be coming out on PS5 next year.
yeah. Well, none of this was Xbox exclusive either, I don't think.
So it kind of opened up with Xbox Play Anywhere right at the front of the showcase. So I think that again alludes to the PlayStation thing, and it also alludes to their path going forward.
Was it voiced by Jennifer English?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I was like, that is my Al.
Yeah. Yeah. Shadowheart.
My
It's interesting that we're getting all these showcases before the Game Awards as well.
Yeah.
I know obviously they're smaller
They're definitely
than the big
smaller,
ones. They're probably holding out for the big stuff at Game Awards, but alas. So they started this one off with a game called Artemis.
Returnal on Xbox.
Yes.
I thought, when I was watching, I thought this looks like Returnal.
Yeah, so I think it's on everything.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually, I think I had learned afterwards, I think it's made by the same people who made that
what's it called? It's not
came out on PS5, God
no
something?
No, what's it called? Greedfall.
No.
I'm sure it was.
You're
not saying Godfall, are you?
I was thinking Godfall.
I don't think it is Godfall. Jake's in a good one.
Oh.
No. Don't believe the AI overview.
I'm sure I heard it on another podcast.
There's a lot of falls.
It's either Greed or Godfall. Where is it?
I'm trying to find
It's not Immortals of Avium, is it?
No. It is Godfall.
Oh,
I was right.
my apologies. My apologies.
Tell you what,
So-
we're getting better at that filler moment, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that doesn't bode well.
So that doesn't, so it's
Yeah.
hopefully it does better than that, because that was that died on arrival, basically.
Yeah, that looked lovely, but
Yes.
This
So
isn't that one where they're on a snowy planet, going through
No.
a ship, is it?
No.
Do you remember
it's
that
one-
game?
Imagine
It's-
Returnal, because that is kind of what it's a third-person, fast-paced roguelike shooter.
Yeah, but it's set in Paris, in what looks to be
But it's like an alien Paris
yeah, but it also looks like it's in the past as well at the same time.
kind of future.
We're doing a very bad way of describing
This,
this,
though,
because this guy comes out of a portal and he's got a gun, and then he's talking to these people who look like they're from the 1800s in Paris,
I
and
did think
I
it
don't know
looked-
what was going on.
I did think it looked quite good though.
Yeah.
It looks like something I'd be interested in playing. I can't remember if this was a Game Pass game. There's a few on there that were, but I don't think this was.
I don't think it was. No.
But I thought it looked quite good.
I think it's a roguelike as well.
It is, yeah.
So we'll look forward to seeing more of that, I suppose. The Mound was next, which looks really interesting. It kind of looked like a Left 4 Dead like, but it kind of messed with your perspective. I think it showed in the trailer your teammate turning into an enemy, and then you shooting them, and then realizing you just shot your teammate, basically.
Oh, okay, that's a pretty cool idea.
It almost looked
Hallucinations.
yeah. It it's almost like, I'm not going to say pirate-y, but that sort of style. You weren't on a boat or anything like that, but
Well, I generally don't remember this one. I only watched it the other day.
Same, to be honest. I'm probably doing a bad.
Maybe hallucinated it, Jake, and it wasn't actually there.
The man's real.
Yeah.
But that looked a bit interesting. Again, not a lot shown.
Yeah.
Dave the Diver is getting some more DLC.
Hey.
In the Jungle. This one's
I think
called.
this has already been announced.
But that's coming early 2026.
Cool.
Yeah, we got a trailer for it at the last.
Yeah.
Is it
Summer Games
Gamescom,
Fest, I
something
think.
like that? Summer Games Fest.
This one looked good, and I think this one is coming to Game Pass. It's called Crowsworn, and it basically just looks like Hollow Knight meets Blasphemous.
It was very Hollow Knight coded, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like down to the art style. But
Are you a
look
crow?
You look like a old plague doctor, basically.
Oh, okay, cool.
But you have like the crow mask.
The
This
beak.
would have been really good
Yeah, I remember seeing this actually.
if Hollow Knight Silksong wasn't shadow dropped. This would have been really good to come out beforehand.
Well, I'm sort of thinking that maybe they were making this after the success of Hollow Knight, and then because Silksong was kind of like
They were
nowhere
like,
to
nah,
be
it's never
seen,
going to come out.
Yeah.
We can take
they
our
were
time.
just like, oh yeah, we'll just keep going with this, and then obviously it got shadow dropped.
Yeah, that's right. If it came out before, it probably would have. Even hopefully it's really good. But people probably would have been dead into it regardless.
Yeah, and I still think a lot of people will play it just based on that.
And when this comes out, Silksong won't still be like
True. There
fresh
might
on
be a lot of
everyone's
people
lips.
who finish Silksong and want some.
New fix.
Cool.
There was another game called Echo Generation 2. Now, I've never heard of Echo Generation.
Not Echo the Dolphin.
No. It's like a pixel art, turn-based, wacky adventure by the looks of it. It looked like you get sucked into another world at the start, and it did look a bit nuts. I didn't really know what was going on.
Did we watch
Sounds
the
like
same
many of the
showcase?
animes that
We
come out
definitely
these
watched the
days.
same showcase.
I don't know. I was watching it at work, so I must have just not seen this one.
Yeah. Interesting.
Cool.
We will see. For the Echo Generation 1 fans,
Hell yeah.
I love it. Probably Brad's favourite was Vampire Crawlers.
Well, I'm not massive. What type of game is it? It's deck builder.
Yeah, so it's basically vampires. The guys who make Vampire Survivors are making a deck builder.
Yeah.
Based in the same world. It's a spin-off, not a sequel as well.
With all the crazy stuff going on.
Is it still like all pixely?
Yeah.
Good.
But I think it's more like first person with the cards and stuff.
Yeah. I really like the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer was
Because
funny.
they opened up on like a better CG looking sort of like cutscene, and they were like, from the makers of Vampire Survivors, we didn't know what to do next, so we thought,
Yeah.
let's increase the graphics, and then they were like, nah.
It wasn't until right at the end they were like, oh yeah, it's a deck builder, by the way.
Yeah, it was quite a funny trailer to me, because a lot
Yeah.
of the time these trailers do not land the humor, but
Yeah, this
was
was
quite
good. It was good. And then there was a trailer for Total Chaos, which is out now, actually.
this looked quite good. It was almost
Yeah.
a bit pixely first-person shooter.
Like pixely?
I don't. Pixel is probably wrong. It's not
Like voxely.
It was very dark.
Oh, it was almost like, I want to say like PS1 style graphics, but better. I don't know how to describe
I wouldn't
it.
go that far back. Maybe
And
PS3.
I know what you mean. There's
No.
a good Doom like that had the similar style where it's all done in low poly.
Well, I
Yeah.
think
sort of
this was
style.
originally a Doom mod, a Doom 2 mod.
Okay.
From what I've heard, the original Total Chaos was a Doom 2 mod, and then they've kind of made like a proper game out of it.
You know, like how Bolt Gun doesn't look like an old game, but it kind of does.
It wasn't that.
It wasn't
pixel
quite
art
as
there.
far as that,
Yeah.
but there was definitely elements to it. At first, I thought it looked like a modern graphics game. The more it went on, the more I noticed it was actually a bit more artistic.
Yeah.
There's a bit more of an art style there.
It
I'll have
kinda
to
looks
rewatch
like-
it, but
Horror, but like Doom style horror, where it's like you're fighting enemies a lot.
And I
So
think
it's kind of
Yeah.
not scary.
I think it's out now
It is out now.
on Game
Yeah.
Pass.
He
Yes.
just said it's out now.
Did
I
it?
did. I
Oh,
did
right
indeed.
now.
Did not listen. Not gonna lie.
As of this release of this recording, it was out 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Reanimal is getting a demo. I think that's available now as well.
Cool.
So that's the the original Little Nightmares
Team, yeah.
team.
Look good.
I think we've seen
Looks
Reanimal a few
horrific.
times, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's come out soon. This one really intrigued me. It's called Erosion. and it's
a sequel to Stone Simulator.
It's a roguelike pixel art twin stick shooter.
This is pixel art, yeah.
Yeah, like really pixel arty.
Yeah.
Top down twin stick.
It looked a bit like Crossy Road.
Yeah,
That sort of style. You know what I mean? Where it's all like voxels.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely voxel like.
Yeah, not pixel art, it's voxels.
Yeah.
And it would like shoot someone and like square voxels will fly out with shotgun and they'll like blow up into little cubes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it had like a good twist to it, I think. I mean, obviously it's a roguelike, but it looks like your daughter gets maybe killed at the beginning.
Captured.
Or captured. I thought it was killed, but maybe captured then.
No, it's captured because at the end it shows you find her at different ages.
Yeah, so depending on how many times you die, depends how much time has passed. And then if you die loads, you'll find your daughter, but she'll be really old.
Yeah, so she can't be dead.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't know if it was time travel because it shows a time machine as well.
Okay, maybe then.
So
whereas your dude's not getting continually older.
No, you're staying the same age. Yeah. So by the time you save her,
it's kind of interstellar-y, I suppose. It did look cool.
One thing for me though, it did say every time you die, a decade passes.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether it's like 10 runs, well, not 10 because she'll be 100, but like I don't know,
7
5
runs,
or
or
6
like
or 7 runs, and you're kind of done.
Possibly. Which I wonder how long the game
the opposite
is.
of Sifu.
Yeah, Sifu style, I guess.
Every time you died, the bosses got older.
Just wait out.
Yeah, that's how you beat the game the first
That's
time.
what I did a Ninja Gaiden.
The boss got too old.
So that looked cool. I'm going to keep an eye on that one.
Definitely, yeah.
Zoo Punk was next. And again, I like the look of this, mainly because I like rabbits. When I was a kid, right? I don't think I've said this in the podcast. When I was a kid once.
Wasn't
upon
one.
a time.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, you're only ever a kid once.
Sorry. Yeah.
My grandparents, they used to ask us all what we wanted to be when we grew up. So obviously me and Brad are there together. We go to our cousins, and one of our cousins would go, Doctor. The next one would go like, I don't know, spaceman or something.
Yes.
Astronaut.
Yes, our cousin Adam, who always wanted to be an astronaut.
I don't know. Lawyer, I don't know, something like that. They were my age, and they go to Brad, and Brad's a bit younger than me, and he'd be like, Superman.
The man was Superman.
I want to be
choice.
someone with 2 flaming swords.
Ghost Rider.
It was Superman then.
It was Superman then. Cool choice. I mean, anyone who wants to be Superman, I suppose. Yeah. And then he'd go to me, and I was probably like, how old? 6 at the time?
23.
And I'd just go, I want to be a rabbit.
It's not that out of the ordinary, Jake. When I was 7, I wanted to be Godzilla. So
there you go.
When I grow up, I want to be Godzilla.
Better than a rabbit.
I just want to be a rabbit, apparently.
Yeah.
Chilled life. Short life.
So Zoopunk.
Hope you like carrots.
So, when Zoopunk came on, I thought this really looks like that game Fist.
Yes.
It is. It's a sequel or a prequel.
Prequel, I think.
It's prequel to Fist.
But it plays completely differently.
Yeah, so that was a side-scrolling Metroidvania.
Yeah.
Sort of 3D, 2D, 3D sort of.
Yeah.
This is a third-person action game.
Yeah, and to me, it looked really good. I like the cinematics, and I was like, third-person action game, sign me up. But it didn't look like the enemies were like staggering back when they were getting hit.
The combat looked a little bit floaty. Yeah, it didn't look fantastic, but there's time to polish it. So.
Definitely. So I'd like to see a bit more of this. And
yeah, it's like gritty Zoopunk, to be honest.
Yeah, everybody's an animal humanoid.
The name is a pretty good descriptor of what it is.
Definitely.
There's a bit like that Biomutant sort of style. Do you remember that game?
I do remember it. Kind of,
but everyone's small in Biomutant, aren't they? Whereas this is like everyone's like basically humanoid, but with but an animal at the same time.
Yeah, and edgy because you've got like sharp armor and like
the
big hippopotamus boss is like a scar across his face. He's like eating animals. And
edgy hippo.
Yeah, edgy hippo.
Great stuff. Now this one made me laugh. Hitman, right?
So funny.
Oh yeah.
Hitman. Eminem versus Slim Shady.
Yeah. Did you?
Wait, I think I saw this. I thought, are they really going to shoot Eminem?
Did you clock the spaghetti?
Yes.
Was it his mum's spaghetti?
It must have been. It looked good.
Was it on his sweater already?
Yeah. No, he'd not made.
So I think it's like Eminem's like doing the voiceover, and he's like, "I've always this my alter ego. I've always tried to bury him and
When,
all this.
when I didn't
no.
realise what it was, because I'd actually seen this leak, I think, beforehand. So I knew it was coming, but I'd erase it from my mind. And when it started,
I thought it was a mod like that someone had put together.
when it started and this guy was voice acting, I thought this guy is really trying hard to sound like a white gangster, like specifically sound like a white.
Because it is.
Then when it was Eminem, it's like, okay, that's fine.
So that's a new expansion. What do they call it?
Episode?
In Hitman.
Episode.
Yeah, something like that. I reckon it'll be pretty good. To be fair, pretty funny anyway.
So are you Hitman in it, or are you Eminem?
You are the Hitman, but I think you're working with Eminem to kill Slim Shady. Something like
Right.
that.
Is alter ego that's also him?
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Because then the real one has to stand up.
Nice.
They've got to. There's so many clever things you can do with it.
Definitely. I mean, they already showed the spaghetti, so there you go.
Yeah.
They also showed a bit of 007, but it was so strange because beforehand, they were like, the little bit of advertising they did for this showcase, they said it was going to have the 007 First Light here. And the only bit of the game they showed was the new Aston Martin car.
Oh, with like the turrets coming out the back of it.
Yeah, so they just kind of showed off the car, and they just had like somebody talking.
But they also said, you're not going to get one of these because you're not a 00 agent.
Which you will. You will
eventually. But
then it showed like a tiny bit of gameplay, and I was like, is that it? I thought you were like bigging this up.
I'm actually more interested in playing this now because I've just finished a series on Apple TV called Slow Horses, which is all like MI5.
Old spies, isn't it?
No, it's about, well, kind of, but it's about like quote unquote useless spies who've been kicked, not kicked out of MI5, but they've been relegated to
a given busy work
squad. Yeah, but it's really good, and it's really got me into like spy stuff.
Oh, cool!
It's 5 seasons, and I finished it like in 2 weeks. So.
Oh,
well, James Bond and spy is like Ben and Ninja Gaiden, though. He's like a terrible actual spy. He's just, I'm going to go in there with guns and gadgets.
It's true. True.
And then the last 2 games, the first one was a new look at Tides of Annihilation that we saw last year.
Yeah.
Such a badass name.
Play.
Yeah.
That surprised me because obviously Jennifer English was narrating the showcase, and then obviously she's in this game.
I didn't even know that.
So she's the main character. Yeah.
It looks like very Final Fantasy coded.
Definitely. They basically showed a boss fight, and it looked mental.
It did. I don't enjoy so much when they just do a boss fight for like a trailer, because these spectacles are so much more impressive when you're playing them. I don't think the trailer as well, but some people probably do.
I think this looked really good because it just showed all the crazy stuff that was going on. It did look mental. Like you summon in like this guy, and every time you attack, he attacks. Then you can like pair off an attack, and crazy.
Yeah, hopefully it's good.
Looking forward to seeing more of that. I hope there's a demo because I don't know how it plays yet.
It seems like a good game to have a demo for.
Yeah, but we'll see. There's no release date yet, so. And then the last game they showed was, please don't butcher this, Jake. Raji?
I think so.
Oh, this is the
Kali Yuga? I think that was the subheading. It's
like an Indian mythology God of War game, isn't it?
Yeah, so there was a first one.
I don't think it's like God of War though. I think it's like more of a strategy.
I think so. Yeah. The first Raji,
of it, to be perfectly honest, but for it to be the end game, I imagine there's quite a big crowd for it.
I think the first one came out ages ago.
Yeah.
At this point, but it kind of took me by surprise because I was like,
it's quite a cool trailer.
Yeah.
The thing is, even if the first one was a strategy game, doesn't mean this one is.
Very true.
So we'll see. I thought the trailer was pretty cool, but it didn't give anything. So a way of like what it's going to be like. So we'll see. Anyone else heard of it?
Nope.
I think I might have just seen an Instagram trailer for it, but I don't think what I've just described is the same thing you guys are describing.
I think I know the thing you've seen. I can't remember what it's called, but there was one recently that
they were showing like frame for frame fighting Boulder.
Oh no, that's something else. That's a Chinese animation.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think where they've just taken the animations from God of War and put them in the film.
Yeah,
and they've like changed Boulder to like an elephant or something like that.
Yeah, and then the other one's like a lion-looking thing.
But no, there is another game I've seen. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like an Indian mythology game, and it looks a bit more like God of War. But that's not this.
Okay.
Fair enough. So they were the 2 showcases. that happened.
Yeah.
So I'll move on to the rest of the news. Or do you want to do games coming up next?
Should we split it up with a bit of games?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's have something nice first.
Although we just
Before
talked
the
about
news.
them.
But first,
Games coming out. Here we go. Games coming out. So I've rustled my paper because obviously we know I'm old school and I like writing on a notepad so that I can't read it later. That's just the way the world is.
Just you.
It's a bit of a slow month really before Christmas, I reckon. But
Not a lot usually launches in December,
No.
does it?
yeah.
Marvel's Comic Invasion.
Cosmic Invasion.
Cosmic. See, I missed an S out.
They should really have gone with Comic Invasion. That would have
They
been really
should
good.
have done, shouldn't they?
good.
That would have been,
Do you know
yeah.
what? I didn't know that was coming out this month, and I think I say that every time.
1st of December.
Nice.
By the TNMT Shredder's Revenge people, isn't it? So it's down that vein.
Cool.
Side-scroller beat 'em up.
That looks cool, yeah.
Everywhere, apparently. You were all talking about it before. Destiny 2 is getting an expansion.
Again?
Is it?
I thought they'd already done the final one.
Is this the
Final
space,
shape.
the Star Wars one?
Yeah, it looks very Star Wars-esque.
Yeah. But I've
2nd
heard,
of December, everywhere.
I've heard a lot of the community are not very happy about this.
I
'Cause
mean,
it's too-
why? When
it's
it's
too
more
much.
content, though.
I know, but I think that like they're going. Destiny has
It's like
its
selling
like,
out.
vibe, but this is like literally them just putting stormtroopers into Destiny.
So every
Do you know
time
what I
they've
mean?
done a collaboration before, it'll be like something that looks like Destiny, but there's like an ode to the thing they're collaborating with. Whereas this is just a Stormtrooper helmet. Stormtrooper
While I was
Well, Disney
playing
wouldn't let you
Fallout,
change that,
I was
would they?
just happy
True.
to have it.
Yeah.
Happy to have the extra stuff, even though the extra stuff was a blooming tea set or something. It was just nice to have extra stuff.
True, but when the extra stuff, there's not that much of it anymore, and you're used to a certain cadence. I think it's just it's a burnt out community. I think at this point. But
I agree.
anyway,
Yeah.
next,
She's leaving.
that game?
First person serial killer hunter.
Okay, cool.
It's detective-y type. It looks really good in the sort of real-world forensics style is what you're doing to try and find a serial killer. It's horror-esque, so this serial killer is actually after you at the same time.
Oh,
So,
this sounds a bit like Death Note.
It's pretty cool. It's coming out PS5, XS, PC on the 2nd of December.
Cool.
Wait, are you doing these chronologically, Ben, for once?
No, actually. It worked out so well right up until the end and I just suddenly jumped back. I noticed that myself. I in brackets, I've put at the bottom, CSI meets Friday the 13th.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Something different, yeah.
Not heard of that one.
I had to go really deep digging because, it's a crap month. Assassin's Creed Shadows is coming to Switch 2, 2nd of December.
Oh, nice.
Did it come to Switch 1 at all, or did it skip that?
No,
Well, no, it'll skip it because it's
too much.
the next
So it is
generation. but
actually just for this. It's not just an upgraded one. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they just struggled to make it work
Yeah.
until now. Metroid Prime 4.
Yes, I think that's
Beyond?
the big one.
This
Beyond.
has been getting
Yes.
so much like hilarious press lately, just because of the sidekick character that's in there.
Yeah,
He
I've heard
apparently
about this.
speaks like he's in a Marvel film.
yeah.
But there's a lot of boo about it, though, isn't there? Because it was always like tight spaces, ship-esque,
Yeah.
and this is open world, and
Well, it's not open world. There's an open hub.
no open area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
On the bike.
motorcycle, which
Yeah, but
makes
that-
it great.
yeah, but that like
Don't care. Shut up. It
links-
makes it great.
that-
Motorcycle. No, that's it. We're done. Motorcycle. You don't have to say anymore.
Skill.
I know what you're saying.
Cool
Brad.
and worth it.
that links
I could
the
detect what you were
dungeons.
saying there.
Yeah, it links the dungeons, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
I think the
There's
there has been
also telekinetic powers or something in this she's getting. She can move
Yeah,
stuff
like
with her mind
psychic
in this one.
powers.
there has been
Yes.
some previews that I think have been generally really positive.
Yeah.
Other than this side character called Miles, who's apparently absolutely awful.
I think it's more so they're just going, why don't you open the map? Like constantly saying it like that.
Brilliant.
You're like,
You know what you could have done?
Why didn't you
We're
interact with
going,
that save
Hey,
terminal?
listen.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Is it the Microsoft paperclip all over
And
again?
it's just like, and then there's Samus, this like warrior woman in a massive suit.
Yeah.
And he's just
not
going
voice acted.
But yeah, he's just dead silent. Why don't you try the control panel?
Aim's gun at Miles.
Aim's gun.
But I mean, a lot of people are saying it harkens back to the sort of original Metroid brand, which they love. I don't know, from what I've seen, I don't know how much of a new audience this will bring in. It feels or looks like it's very much tailored to those people who have played and loved the originals.
Yes.
And sometimes that's the best way to do it. So,
I mean, there'll be so many people like me, myself. I haven't actually played any of them, but I've always been interested in them. But
Metroid Dread did bring in a lot of new players.
Yeah, but that was a different style anyway.
But
yeah,
I would be,
yeah.
I'd be interested in this because I haven't played the other ones, but I'd never really wanted to go back.
Yeah.
So I reckon there'll be a few people like that who have like looked at it from afar and gone, you know what, I'll give this one a go because it's always looked good.
Cool. Hopefully.
4th of December, Switch 1 and 2.
Cool.
Oh, well,
which was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a moment.
I'm interested to see how well it plays on the original.
Yeah, I wonder how dog water it looks.
We've scaled back a little bit. It's black and white now. And
that would really add to the atmosphere, actually.
Yeah. We've taken out the motorcycle.
Yeah. No. We've taken out the map that he keeps asking you to look at. Hey, why don't you buy the Switch 2 edition? Hey, why don't you buy the Switch 2 edition?
Yeah. Or they'll sell an amiibo just to shut him up or something.
Oh, yeah. Dead Miles amiibo.
Blood Refresh Supply.
Oh.
So apparently this was an old school 90s game. Now, I didn't know anything about this. It was an old school 90s game, and it was very Doom-esque, 2D, original Doom-esque.
Okay.
2D, first-person shooter, blood.
Can't aim up and down, sort of.
Yeah, it was this type of thing. So apparently it's getting a revamp, and everything released together. I think there must have been DLCs and stuff that had come over the times and stuff.
So it's called Blood Refreshed Supply.
Yes.
As in like the titles.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought you said Blood Refreshed Supply, as if that's the whole thing.
Like eat, sleep, ready.
Yeah. But no, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's how yeah.
It's coming out everywhere, 4th of December.
Nice.
That's about all the information I can really tell you
Metroid.
No. Thief is getting a VR release.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You see, I've always thought this would be a really good game for VR. Thief.
Yeah.
Apparently
it had like the really good atmosphere about not getting caught.
True. The last Thief game, was quite... I remember seeing it on PC a while back.
It's weird. I haven't heard... I've only seen that one trailer from one of the Game Awards or something. Was it last year's Game Awards?
I want to say it was not Game Awards.
Fest.
It was Game Fest. Yeah.
Game Fest. But I haven't seen anything since. I'm surprised it's coming out. I've not seen any
VR
advertisement.
Games don't get the same.
Just VR,
yeah.
Agreed.
It's because the release audience is so small compared to everything else.
I'm sure Ben's also going to mention Deadpool VR.
Nope.
I think that comes out this month.
Oh, right, yeah.
No, I thought that came out last month.
Did that come out last month?
November. I thought that came out
Okay,
November.
well, there you go. It's out. Maybe.
We talked about it last time.
It did come out last month.
Yeah,
we talked about it last time because I'd forgotten and you mentioned it.
Yeah. But that's
Something
what I'm
like that,
saying,
maybe.
where you don't know with VR games.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
The only thing I wrote for that is first in 10 years, so you're welcome. 4th of December, all VR.
There's a lot of 4th of December, isn't there, actually?
Well, no, it's because I'm in the 4th of December right now. It carries on.
Okay.
It's actually in order this time.
We've got another 26 days to get through here, Jake.
I thought you said there wasn't a lot going on.
There wasn't a lot. You've ruined this one on me. Elden Night Ring Realm rubbish. You all know, we talked about it before. 4th of December everywhere. Mutant League Football 2. Now, I confused this for Monster League, maybe.
Yeah.
It was a Mega Drive game I played, and it was absolutely awesome. It's American football game, and you're mutants with powers, so you're smashing people up and just blowing stuff up and setting stuff on fire. It's fun.
That sounds like a normal American football game.
It sounds like Blood Bowl, actually.
Yeah, it does a bit, actually.
similar to this.
Blood Bowl was like a tactics game, though, I think.
Well, it's still
It
American
looks-
football.
yeah,
American
similar-
football is tactics.
Premise.
Yeah.
Similar premise. It sounds more like Mario Strikers,
Yeah.
but not Mario.
But with
And American
demons,
football.
with monsters coming out of the ground, and
Cool.
it's cool.
I definitely like it when they do the sports games that are like
A fun
Some
twist.
extra.
some of this. Yeah.
Like rematch.
Yeah.
10th of December, PS5, PC, X, and S. Right. It's just a hard moment. I'm sorry. Terminator 2D No Fate.
For the
Although
third time.
we should put a disclaimer
For the
on this.
love
May
of
not
God.
be true.
For anyone who hasn't listened to the other
If you need
episodes,
any information about it, go back to the other episodes. Each month I've said
Back
it
to
now.
August.
Yeah.
played. Yeah. But it should come out this month, hopefully.
Should come out 12th
Should.
of December everywhere.
And I'll be buying it if it comes out.
I say that in a mocking way, but if they're not happy with it, I would rather them do this. I would
Yes.
rather
Yeah,
them
definitely.
make it right.
Yeah.
Because I think we've had rants about it before, haven't we? People just releasing an unfinished game, and why is that okay when you're paying whatever you're paying for it?
Yes, but I'd rather they didn't just keep delaying it by a month.
Yeah. Just know you need 6 more.
yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
But
Avatar Frontiers is getting an expansion 19th of December.
is this the
About
third
Everywhere
person
you can
mode?
play it.
I think it's adding a third person
yeah.
as well.
I think so, but
Yeah.
I think there's a bit of stuff to play in it. I don't really know. I don't play the game. Sorry.
Maybe I'll give it a go, but I probably won't.
Bit of a special mention. Flight Sim is getting its 2024 version released on VR for PS5.
Oh, that's going to be so good.
Cool.
And,
If you have a proper
yeah,
flight rig in your room.
And
you
now
map it
the
all
reason it's a special mention is because there are versions of this being released.
Wow.
Oh,
$70, $100, $130, and
Jeez.
$200 versions being released.
For a
Wow.
2024
Does the $200 one
version.
get you into the Mile High Club or something?
I mean, there's the £70 one that you're a bit nope about. There's the £100 one that you're going, no, this is getting silly. There's the £130 one that you go, what?
Surely it can't go higher than this.
And then you get hit with a £200
So
one and go, what?
what do you
What
actually
does it
get?
get you?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's volumes of content, as in the amount of planes and type of games you can play in it. Because
I
there's
want
all
my house
sorts
to
of.
have wings for 200 quid on a
I
game.
would exactly want to fly my own house.
Yeah.
That I honestly don't know. Have fun, Google it.
Yeah, ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah, that's coming. I didn't even write down when because I stopped at that. Wow, that made me stop looking.
The prices gave you altitude sickness.
It really did. Sleep Awake. Now, if I'm honest, I don't know a massive amount about this, and I caught it just before we were recording. I don't know if you all noticed me. I was rattling around on my phone quite a bit while we were doing this to try and figure out what it was.
The name rings
Now,
a bell. I'm not going to lie.
It's a horror game
Yeah.
where if you fall asleep, you die. I think it's to do with something pulling you into another world, death kind of thing. You are a character that's developed eye drops to keep you awake in a very, very different way, and I think you're trying to distribute them. I think that's the main story of it. However, there are cultists fighting you. There are all sorts of a dystopian future world.
I read a book that had this exact same premise. It was called Nod. And like, if you fell asleep, like you died. It was like the end of the world. It was really good.
Kind of cool.
Yes,
I caught a glimpse of it just before we came on, so I thought I'd mention it anyway.
Cool.
20th of December, PS5, XS, PC, and that's me done.
I got one more for you.
Wow.
See you next week.
I think I've already mentioned it. Octopath Traveler 0.
Yes.
I did see it and didn't write it down.
Yeah, that's December 4th, and that's basically everything as well.
Cool.
Another one on the 4th.
Yep, so many fourths.
November the 4th be with you.
So I suppose we should move on back to the news.
Shall we do socials, maybe?
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do
Squeeze it
some
in.
socials. We'll squeeze in the social. So if you want to ask us any questions or just email us, talk to us, you can email us on gaminggarnish@gmail.com.
Well done.
I got it right this time. We've on all the
Joe's
socials.
trying his hardest not to laugh. It's brilliant. I had to interrupt with that.
We're on all the socials: Facebook,
Damn it,
Twitter,
Ben.
Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, basically. I was going to say YouTube, but you might even be listening to this on YouTube. But our biggest one is the Discord. If you want to join our Discord, the Gaming Garnish Discord, easy to find. We're always having a conversation in there. We're always doing polls now.
Well, you
for all
just
sorts.
introduced the new Game of the
Currently.
Year.
Garnish Game of
tournament.
the Year tournament.
Yeah, where everyone's voting every day.
Currently, Ghost of Yotei is losing to Silent Hill F, which
It'll be a long
I'm so disappointed
Yeah.
about.
I laughed heartily.
So we
I
picked,
laughed
gonna be a
heartily, and just
mad
because
win.
Jake put it up there, I had to vote Silent Hill F. I haven't even played it yet.
we picked 32 games, didn't we? So every day we're voting on two
Yeah.
categories, so 4 games.
Yes.
And then we'll whittle it down to a number 1 Gaming Garnish Game of the Year.
We will.
Be interested
good.
to see what that is.
It'd be good. I mean, our next episode is going to be our top 10 games of the year.
Yeah.
And we'll probably ask
Will it be
at
done
some
by
point.
then?
Maybe. Well, hopefully.
If it is done, then by then we'll say who
mention
won.
it. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to seeing some of the Discord members' game of the years as well.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. So if you want to take part in that, join the Discord.
Yeah.
But with that, we'll move back to the news.
Do it again, Jake.
But Badoo, it's the news again.
Back to the news.
So the big one, the big piece of news that I'm sure is on everybody's lips, lovely
Tasty.
stuff, is the Steam Machine. Well, and it's not
Steam
just
Machine.
the Steam
Machine.
Machine. What else is it?
The
It's
Steam
the Steam-
frame.
The Steam Frame.
and the Steam controller.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it the controller 2.
Yeah.
Because,
Oh yeah, because
I mean,
there was that one.
yeah.
Technically,
There was
one
also
time.
a second Steam Machine
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
yeah.
I mean,
We all
What
know
are
this one's
thoughts?
going to be called the Gabe Cube.
The game.
yeah, the GameCube all the way.
So yeah, so if you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
it is a cube.
So let's quickly talk about not the cube, because
Yeah, because that'll be the bigger
that'll
talk.
be the bigger one.
Definitely.
So the
The
controller.
controller.
Yeah. The controller.
Ugly as sin.
Looks
disgusting.
utter shite.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's because they had to jam in those square pads.
Yeah,
So
I don't
agreed.
like the look of
Yeah.
it. It's imagine like the Steam Deck cut in half and put back together into like a controller. You know,
Yeah,
so it's
take
a
the
Steam
screen
Deck
out.
without the screen.
Yeah. I kind of
Um,
think it looks like an Xbox controller, but a bit longer with the pad, and then it's got
Yeah.
the Steam like
Yeah.
pads on.
I'm not a fan of the track pads, but I get why they exist.
Yeah.
Because if you're playing games on PC, there's going to be a lot of games that aren't developed for controller support.
Mhm.
So the pads are so you can play them, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they're normally for a keyboard, and you don't have all the keys for a keyboard.
No,
so how are
I
they going to
know,
work
but
that?
I think there's other ways you can get that to work. I think shortcuts, and because you
Oh,
can
okay.
still maybe key bind buttons
You
to
can.
like
Yeah.
W,
Yeah, you do,
A,
yeah.
S, and D and stuff, or whatever you need to. So, I think it's ugly, but I think it's doing some really cool things. I think it's got the back
Yeah.
paddles and stuff. It's got a cool
Yeah.
dongle, so for like super fast, like low latency play, you've got like a dongle that
Yeah,
connects
it's
it
got
to the Steam Machine, and that's also a charger. So it's like not a wireless charger, but it sort of like clips on, doesn't it?
oh yes,
Yeah,
it does.
to charge controller, and it's also got like 30 hours of battery life or something. I think they said.
Yeah. Really good.
So-
Listen up, PlayStation.
Just charge your controllers. It'll be all right.
Yeah, it definitely looks a bit ugly, but I think it's probably really fit for purpose. They'll have tested
Definitely.
it. Like,
Yeah.
Definitely understand its functionality.
Yeah.
um,
Function over form.
it was quite a good little showcase that they did, because they basically announced this controller and they went, and you can use this new Steam controller on the Steam Machine. Oh, speaking of,
Yeah, it was sort of like
Yeah.
a nice. It's a well-made video, but it sort of it was concise, and it had like nice graphics and stuff.
Yeah,
It very well explained everything. So
definitely.
he also talked about the Steam Frame, which is Valve. That's what are you going to say?
I'm just too giddy.
Okay.
That is looking like a good piece of kit.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's Valve's new VR headset.
Yeah.
It's a standalone-ish kind of headset. I think more akin to something like the Meta Quest.
Yeah,
Quite similar in the way that it's untethered. You can just use
Yeah.
it. I think it can play its own games on there. 'Cause it's got the same sort of chip set as
Okay.
the Meta Quest. but its main purpose is to still play your Steam games, but through a wireless link, which is
And that wireless link has the same latency as a cable.
You can do that on the MetaQuest as well. You can plug in with the cable on the MetaQuest, or you can do the
No, but that's
Wi-Fi.
what's so incredible about this is it doesn't go anywhere near your Wi-Fi. It's a dedicated gigahertz connection.
So they run two separate Wi-Fi connections or something through the headset. One is directly connected to your PC that transfers the game and all that stuff, and then there's another one that connects to your internet. So it keeps it separate. Whereas the MetaQuest, it's one Wi-Fi connection. Your PC sends all the data through the internet, through the Wi-Fi into the headset. So this should hopefully.
I think this is the first time somebody's really done that.
I think so.
With two Wi-Fi. Yeah.
And then they've done all these stuff like a lot of other people do it, the foveated rendering where it tracks your eyes, so it only renders where you're looking. And that improves.
It's not just rendering, it's a bitrate thing as well. It changes the bitrate depending on where you're looking.
Yeah. It's definitely a serious bit of kit.
Yeah.
100%. I think it's going to be best on the market, to be honest.
Very potentially.
When it comes out.
And I wouldn't be surprised because the Index was. But the Index had the controllers which were like...
the towers?
No, they're talking the actual controllers were like finger controllers.
Oh, yeah.
So you could move your fingers, whereas this doesn't. So I don't know.
Well, I think it's as a hand tracking, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is more similar to a conventional VR headset.
Yeah.
Just with Valve's, bits. And they have said they want people to play normal games on it too, flat screen games.
Yeah.
So be interesting.
Definitely. So you can play like your whole library basically.
Yeah.
While wearing a headset.
But then the final thing they talked about was the Steam Machine,
which Ben's getting giddy about.
I'm giddy about it. I'm very excited about it. I have high hopes for it. I think this could be my shift from Xbox as my infrastructure, if I'm honest.
I'm with you there, Ben. Yeah, this might be the time.
Well, that is it. Well, we'll talk about the Steam Machine first, but that's an interesting conversation I definitely want to have at the back on the back of this.
Because I think that's what they're trying to position it as.
Yeah.
Essentially, Steam Machine is people are saying, it's a PC, blah, blah, blah. I think the best way to describe it, in my opinion, is it's a Steam Deck that's more
times
powerful.
6.
Yeah, they have come out and said it's 6 times powerful.
And that goes under your TV. It's not portable in the way the Steam Deck is.
It's a Steam console.
But it runs, runs the same OS as the Steam Deck does, but you can also bypass that and put Windows on it or do anything else you would want to do.
And that is something I loved, the fact that they said it in that ad. They said, run what you want on it.
Yeah. Who are we to tell you what to do with your PC is what they said.
Do what you want.
It's essentially a PC console hybrid.
Yeah, out of the box, it'll work like a Steam Deck does. It'll boot into Steam OS, boot into Steam Big Picture
on
mode.
Linux, I guess.
Yeah, Linux, and then you'll go through your Steam library, which is great. Mm-hmm. But then you can do all the other stuff. So they are definitely trying to position it as a PC that you can put under your TV and turn into a console.
And it's much smaller than a PC that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a very small form factor.
Oh, it's interesting inside.
Nice cube. Yeah,
it looks like a Series X cut in half.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That's what my Xbox is going to be, the stand for my GameCube and then my Gabe Cube.
But for one, so they've not come out with the prices for any of these.
Yes,
which is a very, very important conversation to have.
I think it would it's going to really change how we view it depending on the prices.
Yes, because they have come out with the specs, and from my point of view, the specs aren't great.
It's mid-range, isn't it?
It's definitely mid.
I wouldn't even say it's mid-range, to be honest.
They've come out and said it's like a beginner's PC.
Yeah.
Like somebody trying to get into gaming, this would be like a beginner's gaming setup.
Saying that, with their own like custom OS and stuff, you don't need as much power to run these things.
So this
and you said it's already 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Which is still more powerful than your ROG Ally X. And you were having a great time with your ROG Ally.
Steam Deck isn't more powerful than the ROG Ally X.
No, I'm saying like the Gabe Cube is going to be at least more powerful than your...
Yeah, true. But it's obviously in a different capacity. It's on a big screen.
Yeah. What did you just say then, Ben?
I have already forgotten.
But you're right in saying that because it's running Steam OS, it frees up some of the the bandwidth in a sense to run games. So,
I remembered the Steam verification scenario.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they have their system for it runs on a Steam Deck.
Yeah. So they'll have the same thing for this.
Yeah, deck verified,
Yeah.
and it'll be
There
like
you go.
Steam Deck, Steam Machine verified.
But it's things like I think there's 8 gigabytes of VRAM, which is not a lot.
No.
My old PC had 8 gigabytes of VRAM. My ROG Ally X is 16 gigabytes. It does have 24. Can't remember.
I think
But
it's 16.
it's not a lot. However, because it's running SteamOS, it will free up some of that VRAM to be used on games rather than on the OS. So it's all swings and roundabouts. And I think until we actually see people playing it and do proper benchmarks, we will never know how well it performs. I'd be interested to know is, because they're shipping this with like the Steam frame, is it going to be VR capable?
Good point.
Because
do you run your well, they did say that you'd be able to run your street. I think that was part of the presentation because he did Steam Machine first.
All this works together.
Yeah,
VR games, some of them can be hard to run if they're like top end.
Yeah, but some of the Steam frame might be taking some of that computing.
Maybe
in the headset itself.
So,
I think it will run through the Steam Machine because I'm pretty certain they said that during the showcase.
The other thing is, with it being a PC, can you hook up an external graphics card to it?
Yeah, you'll be able to.
Yeah, I assume so. They have left that was a tinkering moment. One of the YouTube channels I watched, I don't even like the guy, can't even remember his name. However, I do watch his videos. They have the tinkery side where they've put things like the SSD, NVMe, in the right place to be swapped out. They've done things with the RAM in the right place to be swapped out for people that want to have a go at doing that, which is another moment for me.
I wonder how much you'll be able to swap out because it's a small form factor. Because I know that's the hard thing with small.
Yeah, that's where it can fall down a little bit.
Because a normal stick of RAM they're all the same size, but maybe they've made specific RAM that's rather than being
laptopy,
maybe
laptopy stuff.
But that's not to say someone else couldn't make a RAM in the same style that what's it called? That fits the Steam machines. And is more, 16
Speaking on the hardware side of it, did you all see the ink front cover?
Yes, they said they're not going to release that.
No, but how cool is that?
It is cool that it has the.
They will, because surely the
constantly
community
running on it.
Yeah, surely the community is going to go, why haven't you made it? Why haven't you made it? Why haven't you made it? Why haven't you made it?
Because they've got face plates you can change.
It was literally for like a split second.
Yeah.
But with that, having an e-ink display, it must mean there's some sort of connector in the back of it that something can go onto to read the stats.
Because it was basically it was running the stats of the GameCube as it was running, and
like your heat, your fan speed, your frames, all that stuff.
You can usually get
and
that
it
data,
looks really cool.
But they've come out and said they're not making it.
But someone else is going to then.
Someone else.
Surely.
Somebody
else is going to.
Yeah, but
you'd need to be able to.
I believe they've already given the 3D model files out.
They have for people making faceplates and boxes to go around it and stuff.
I was going to say,
I've seen loads of mock-ups. There's already one of the companion cube.
I've seen
There's one of a GameCube.
Orange box as well.
Yeah, the orange box.
So you guys are obviously very excited to play this, or to potentially get your hands on one of these. I want to know why.
Because there's only so many times Xbox can kick you in the nuts.
You do realize there was a PlayStation?
I have one of those.
Yeah, but the PlayStations are 7 times as big as the GameCube.
I have one of those.
It's massive.
I think Steam have almost beat Xbox to the punch.
Yeah, no.
I agree with you. I agree with you completely.
Because
the worry, I guess, is the price, which we haven't gotten there, have we?
And that's why I'm curious to hear from you, because I know we've talked off pod, and Joe, you're hoping it's $400 to $500.
I've had a discussion with someone at work about this today, and I've kind of updated my max price.
Okay.
I'm hoping it's not as much as a ROG Ally Xbox. And since I skipped buying one of those, I've still got the savings that would have been spent on it that I would then spend on a GameCube.
Yeah. So I
don't think I'd be getting the VR or anything, or even maybe the controller, because I'll just hook up my Xbox controllers to it.
I think it will be about £700 to £800.
I was thinking $800 to $1,000.
Yeah.
I actually think it'll be. I don't think it's going to be any less than this, but I think it'll be like 600.
Hopefully,
now
I think that'll be
what
the
you got to
bottom
think.
It'll be.
I think depending on if you get it the lowest spec and if it comes with the controller.
Yeah, I think.
That is
What you
console
gotta
price, and
think-
they have said it is not console price.
Well,
What you've got to think is the fact that a console's subsidized by the game sales, isn't it? Because you
Yeah.
can't do anything else apart from buy the games. With this, technically, you could buy it and shove it in an office as a little office PC.
yeah.
So usually, yeah.
So
What-
the worry there is the fact that from their side, they need to make their money back on what they've built.
Yes.
Well,
So
then,
then
yeah.
So Sony and Xbox usually make a loss originally, at least. They subsidize the cost of their
Yeah.
consoles because they want to get people in the ecosystem. But
Yeah.
Valve has explicitly said they are not subsidizing this. So
Well,
we expect it to be
I don't
as
think
much
they
as the
can.
component cost.
Yeah, I don't think they can because you can still
Yeah.
you don't have to buy through Steam on the device.
No.
I mean, you're gonna.
Yeah, you're not going to
Yeah.
buy this as a PC.
But
You're
yeah,
gonna buy
what's
this as a
stopping
game console PC.
And also,
what's stopping someone from filling an office with them, and then that's another 10,000 units that they
Yeah.
aren't
Yeah, but
going to be
I don't
buying
think
Steam
anyone's
games.
gonna do
Nobody will
that.
do that.
Yeah.
I don't think so either. However, that is the
Yeah.
reality
account for
of
these things.
yeah,
No
that
one
is the
runs
reality
Office
of
through
its price.
SteamOS. You know
But-
what I mean?
well, you could
They'll
change
have
it. But it would-
LibreOffice, it's Linux.
No, but I mean, like a
Yeah.
business isn't going to think, let's buy loads of Steam machines and convert them all to Windows so we can put Word on it.
Because there are cheaper computers for that purpose.
Depends how aesthetically pleasing their office is going to be. If it's a fancy one full of beanbags, you just never know.
Yeah, okay. I doubt it. It's the point. So
I definitely
think it's gonna
agree.
Be more.
I definitely agree with you on the fact that they aren't subsidizing
Mm,
the price. It's going to be. So I think they've even come out and said
just said no.
it's gonna. If you add all the components together, it's going to be around that price.
Yeah.
So if you were going to build this yourself, it'll be around that. Now I think
But I've
they've-
seen people who've done that and it's come to around 550 to 700,
yeah,
depending on where you get your components from.
and they've also said, we're looking into the price right now. That's why they haven't
Yeah.
announced it because they might be able to buy in bulk. Let's say, or
Yeah.
But they will also want to make a profit.
I imagine so.
Otherwise, they
yeah.
are subsidized.
Because they don't make a huge profit on. I mean, they make a percentage of games sold.
They make 30%.
You say they don't make a huge
30%. They
profit,
They make
but
the most
Gabe-
amount of profit out of
Yeah.
any.
Gabe
of them,
has
I'm
just
pretty
bought
sure.
himself a mega yacht, which
Yeah,
has
he lives on his mega
marine
yacht.
research vessel in it.
See, like,
But there's
everyone,
deals all the time.
everyone
Doesn't he own
loves,
the
Yeah.
company that made the mega yacht as well?
everyone
Yeah.
loves Steam, but one of the biggest criticisms that publishers and people have is the cut they take because they take a bigger
True.
cut than everyone else.
Games are cheaper as well
Yeah,
on Steam
Yeah.
or at least PC
yeah.
in general as well.
Yeah.
There's definitely more deals.
I get the value proposition to someone. If you're buying a lot of games and you get yourself into the Steam ecosystem, you will probably save over time. But that initial outlay, if it is £700 to £800, I think is going to put a lot of people off. A lot of the
I agree.
prospective people. Like at that point, you could just build a PC. And Windows, yes, isn't great, but having a Windows PC actually opens you up to other things.
I think if you get over the £700 mark,
Yeah.
it's not going to do well
And
because
I
at
think
the end of the
that's
day,
what-
it's not as powerful. I know it's a PC and not a console.
But it's not as upgradable as a PC you would buy at the similar price.
Yeah, but the
But it might
console
have
market
better
at the minute-
interactivity with the rest of the Steam Deck. With it.
true, but you'd already have to be in the ecosystem.
But also-
if you want to get into
I've
gaming,
already dipped a toe.
yeah, but if you want to get into gaming, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are more powerful
Mm.
and a lot cheaper.
But
So
like you say there, Ben, about it being compatible with the Steam Deck, how much more compatible will this be than a PC, a Windows PC, where you buy games on Steam?
I agree with you.
It's not
I
going to
agree
make
with
much difference. But on top of that, you could just buy a PC and put SteamOS on it.
Yeah, they have said that you could do that as well
Yeah.
because it's downloadable from
Yeah,
there.
it's just a Linux. It's a custom Linux operating system, so you can just buy a PC. You need to have a bit of a know about you, but you can Google it and YouTube it. You just put Windows.
I think this is almost perfect for the I've heard of people
Mm.
talking about it online. Like, I can't be arsed building a PC.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
just buy
Yeah.
this.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
there is
Yeah.
that as well. And then, like Ben was saying before, there's the deck verified or
Mhm.
machine verified, tube verified.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's cool. I think
Yeah.
it's like really interesting that it's happened, especially with the year that Xbox has had.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
The
it'll be-
reason
is-
I want to buy one of these is not because I want it to be as powerful as an Xbox, is to play or access all the games I've not been able to access because I've only had a console.
And that's why I started with a PC.
And a lot of those don't require top specs.
No, I think that's the big differentiator, because if you're buying this now, I know the next gen consoles isn't out yet, like the next one. By the time this comes out, we're probably a year and a half away from them. You're not going to be competing with that, and that is still going to be cheaper. But if you're buying this because you want to play the backlog of games you've not played before, then it probably works out a bit better. But then you are looking at £700 to £800 to play.
It's not even down to your backlog, though, is it? Because the amount of indie games that are on Steam in a comparison to the console world, and them look at RV there that I'm playing, £6, and it's hilarious, and it's kept me going for hours already.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, but to someone who wants to do that, why not buy a Steam Deck? It's going to be cheaper and it's portable. Yeah,
but again, this is just with the extra poke.
But what is the benefit of the extra power?
Sitting on your couch. Sitting on your couch and doing it on a big TV.
You can buy a dock. If you're not bothered about playing the games that need the extra power, then
why
do you need the extra power when you can get a portable version that can still play all the games you wanted to play?
You've also got the charge, though, of the deck. Like, you've got to put it on charge all the time. I know if you get a dock,
battery power,
but like,
you can leave it.
I definitely see the benefit of having this and a Steam Deck.
You'll be able to have a different type of controller if controllers don't work for you.
I'm thinking for someone,
any PC controller.
I'm thinking for someone like Joe right now, he's thinking, I want to buy this GameCube because of all these reasons, but none of those reasons jump out to me as a reason why you wouldn't just get a Steam Deck instead, and also have the benefit of portability.
But it is more powerful.
Because I held a Steam Deck and I didn't like it.
Yeah, there is that as well.
I mean, fair. That is fair. But yes, it is more powerful. But it's a question of
there's also getting into the ecosystem. Like, I imagine, Joe, that as you just said, there's loads of games. I mean, you can even play PlayStation games on it.
Yeah.
So
that is. I mean, I do have some Steam games on my Mac, but because I've been running a Mac. That locks me out of a lot of Steam games, even.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them won't get Mac verification because it's a whole different infrastructure.
Keep that in mind, because it's a Steam OS, and not all games are actually made to be compatible with Linux. So you will still be locked out of games that require Windows.
Really?
Yeah. So anything that needs easy anti-cheat or anything kernel level anti-cheat, you might not be playing any multiplayer games, but if you were, all those games aren't compatible. And anything bought through the Windows Store, like Game Pass,
it's worth it.
If you wanted to play anything from Game Pass, you wouldn't be able to unless you stream it.
No. Well, that's why I've still got my Xbox for that.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, there is some level of like compatibility or incompatibility.
Well, I think it all comes.
But they do say run what you want on it, so just run Windows on it.
You can
completely gets rid of that problem.
Yeah, at that point, I'll just get my own form factor PC and put Steam OS on it.
I was listening.
Listen, negative Nelly doesn't like Steam anymore.
Like you are being a bit overly negative about this.
Are you regretting getting your Roger now, and you wanted to get one of these?
Is it bad vibes from that? Is that what it is?
I just don't necessarily. Depending on the price. If it's like £500, fine. But I don't think it will be. And for the price, I'm very much I
definitely agree that there is a what would you call it? There's a window that it needs to sit in, and if it goes above that, it's not going to be viable for a lot of people. We'll have to see, I suppose.
Take my money.
Yeah, I'm very much on that.
I
don't want a PC tower sat in my living room. That's what it comes down to.
It look like a diffuser, can't it?
The people who are going to buy this are actually mainly going to be people who are tired of Xbox.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And who don't already have PCs.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it, for me and you, Brad, I don't really, I'm thinking of getting a Steam Deck myself, just for a handheld, because my Switch isn't that powerful and the games in it cost too much money. Well, third-party games anyway. But I have a PlayStation to play my main games on.
Well, yeah, I won't be playing GTA 6 on it. I'll be playing that on my Xbox, regardless, just because it will be optimized very well for an Xbox. So why would I try it on the GameCube?
It won't come out.
It won't come out.
No, it won't.
Anyway.
So, either way, the Xbox will still have its place.
Yeah.
For me, from my point of view, but I am just sick of them.
It is interesting them coming into the market now. I've said it before.
Well, they haven't only just come into the market now. They tried it before.
Yeah, true. Or specifically coming into this console market. And you're right, they have tried it before, and I think that was too expensive for the time as well, wasn't it?
I think so.
I don't really
They did
know.
well to keep it under wraps, though.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Was it under wraps?
I heard some leaks.
I've been hearing rumors,
but nothing about the Steam machine. Personally.
Oh, I had, I'm sure, but not the frame. Definitely not the frame. I'm sure I did.
Negative Nelly's still going here. I hadn't heard anything. I hadn't looked.
No, kind of did.
Yeah, it's weird. I do think they've beat Xbox to the punch with the console PC merge. Other than the ROG Ally X, I suppose, in a way. But that's not them.
No, it's not them.
It will be interesting to see where they go, like where Xbox goes, where Steam goes. Because it looks like to me, Xbox might be going more cloud-based. And Steam are maybe going,
agreed.
Maybe now is our time to become the third
Well, Xbox
console.
will always be Windows-based anyway.
I mean, the fourth console.
The fourth console.
Switch doesn't count.
It does.
To be fair, you're right.
Does.
It's a hybrid. It's not actually a console.
I don't know. I would disagree on that. I mean, Nintendo is probably beating everybody at this point.
Yeah.
But
evil.
Anyway, that was a lot of Steam Deck talk or Steam machine talk.
Yeah. What other news is there?
There's loads. There's so much news. It's going to be hard to get through. So we did want to talk about.
Is it list time?
We did want to talk about Arc Raiders and its AI controversy.
Oh, yes. Yeah, which is slowly spiraling into other markets.
Yes.
So this is
even Arrowhead have come out and said that's actually not a bad idea.
Oh no.
It's so essentially, okay, Arc Raiders, it's come out, everyone's really enjoying it. You know, by all accounts, it's a really good game. But where the controversy comes, it's similar to what happened with the Finals, which was their last game, where they contracted voice actors. It's in their contract, they signed it, you know, all is good with these individuals. They've performed their voice acting duties to do whatever, you know, interactions in the game. But then Embark have developed a text-to-speech software that takes their voice recordings and obviously can get them to say anything. So what they've basically said is this allows them to create things like their ping system. Without it, they couldn't have the ping system. Now, I've not played Arc Raiders, but I believe the ping system is very, what's the word? Very elaborate in the way that it can literally ping anything in any context. And anything new that gets added to the game, it can then also ping, you know, that your character will say, oh, that thing over there next to the whatever, northwest, or whatever they need to say.
That blade of grass, number 453, next to building. I know what you mean. I know. Yeah.
So they add a new weapon to the game, and they don't need to hire the voice actors back to do a new line of dialogue to say, you know, the X saw is over there, you know, next to the thing or whatever. I don't know how it works, but the idea being is they've still hired voice actors, they've paid voice actors for their work, and, you know, now use this text to speech to manipulate their voices to make the game easier to develop for in the future.
That has as many holes in it as a doily, that excuse. Other games already just be more vague with the ping system, and it works perfectly fine. The ping system in Helldivers 2, you already get all the information from like the direction, what kind of enemy it is, how heavily armored it is, and they only needed one voice line to do that. And whatever new enemies they add into the game will still sit under those same markers.
I see what you mean.
They don't need to be saying the exact same name, what clip size it has, and, you know,
bogeys that way.
Yeah.
But what is it adding to the game to have all that extra detail?
To make it feel more immersive. You could make the same argument about anything. You know, in Red Dead Redemption 2, you can see
continuous improvement.
You can see the light in someone's earlobe change. You know, like the way the light shines through their earlobe changes depending on the direction of the sun. You don't need that. it doesn't add really anything. But
no, but what I'm saying is the system in the, like, say, I wouldn't feel more immersed if someone told me the exact clip size of a gun from a meter away, as if they just told me there's a gun there.
Because the idea being there is that you can play these games solo without being on voice chat with other people, but feel more immersed in it because the character's actually calling things out properly. I'm not saying I necessarily agree with it, but I can definitely see how it would add something to the experience.
I don't feel like it's as much justification to not pay for voice acting to happen a second time.
I'm going to be the bad guy here. You ready? They were contracted for their job. They did their job.
Yeah.
Job is done.
I'm with them with like they sign the contract and that's all hunky dory. The problem is the precedent it sets for the rest of the market.
And I don't disagree with that because it is true.
I think it's really hard because I agree with Joe there, because as soon as you open that door, people are just going to keep taking advantage.
But has the door already been opened? Is it kind of inevitable at this point?
Yeah, I think this is the slippery slope already. We're already there.
It very, very much sucks, but I would much rather a company paid voice actors to do something and potentially paid them some sort of additional subsidiaries because they've taken the voice and they've manipulated it. So maybe they got paid extra for their work than they otherwise would have. Or maybe they get royalties every time their voice is manipulated. We don't know the ins and outs.
Unfortunately, I haven't played Outright Raiders yet to know how the voice sounds.
Apparently it's not great, but...
Yeah, so are they subsidizing it all for they're doing all this and then the voice acting isn't great?
But it's new technology. So, these things have to start somewhere. And is it maybe people are just saying it's not great because they found out it's AI? Did they notice before?
Well, then, apparently the finals did the same thing, which is made by them as well. Same. I didn't notice until somebody pointed it out to me.
Yeah, and then you start to notice.
And then you're like, oh.
But if the we'll probably never know what the contract was with these voice actors. But if it was beneficial for them,